All right, and we're fucking live.
We are live at 5.
Live at 5.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Live at 5, baby.
We good.
Live at 5.
Say hi, Jake.
Indeed.
I was trying to avoid negativity.
All right, we have a couple of special guests on the show. We got Saul and Rick.
What's up?
Go figure. Fucking Aaron's not here.
And Aaron, he
Yeah, fuck that
went
guy.
home because he's lame.
Yeah, we were both just parked outside
Because he was
Justin's house.
impatient.
Yeah, because we were both sitting in our individual cars, and then he called me on Messenger. And I don't know.
He was just trying to meet up with you.
He didn't want to get out of the car because he was
What the
cold.
fuck?
What a lame.
And he was like, "Man, thinking about going home." And I was like,
Oh my god.
"Okay,
Why didn't you
party
talk him out of
pooper."
it?
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go."
And then how long was it after that until we got there?
Like another 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. Man, 20. Come on. He could wait that.
We were still eating.
He could have
I was
waited
watching
that.
Netflix.
We were still eating when
He was
you said
probably-
that he left.
Yeah,
No, we were.
He was probably passing the high school whenever we got there.
probably.
Punk bitch.
Yeah, I was just laid back watching Netflix.
No kidding.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
Were you just asleep in there, or what were you doing?
I was watching Netflix.
What are you watching?
Yeah,
The
what were you
Punisher?
watching?
Gay.
Oh man,
The Punisher.
like TV adaptations of fucking comic book anything is just ass.
Not true. Not true.
True.
Not true. We can
Have you
fight about
seen
this.
The Marvel shows on Netflix: Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, The Iron Fist, The Punisher, The Defenders.
Actually, I heard fucking.
Didn't the
The
Defenders
Punisher
have Doctor
was good.
Strange?
Oh, well, I mean, in the comics they did. That was the original lineup. It was Doctor Strange.
Sir,
I'm gonna
the
watch some
Hulk,
Defenders.
Doctor
Yeah,
Strange, the Hulk, and
There was like 2 other people.
there was a lesser known guy. It was like
Yeah.
Marvel's Aquaman.
Oh, Namor,
The Mariner.
Huh?
Yeah,
Namor?
the Mariner.
the Mariner.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Namor. He's not unknown.
I didn't know him.
He's like the first 3 Marvel characters.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude, he's
Jesus.
Old. Yeah, old man. Like
Oh, yeah.
Oliver.
Olimar.
Oliver.
Olimar.
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 Whoa. Heavy metal dick.
Hey.
Wait a minute there.
Easy there, sarsaparilla.
Come on now, chicken fingers.
But you go back to the bowling alley you came from.
Now, wait a
Helmet
minute
Head.
there. Oh. Fuck.
What?
What is going on?
Fucking Trailer Park Boy references. Obscure, stupid TV references.
The thing is, like from the first season, like from the first couple, it's from the first
The
episode.
first, like, fucking episode, bro. With that fucking gold.
Yeah.
I fucking skipped around in that fucking TV show.
You can. It's
one of those.
Every episode's
Yeah.
hilarious.
But it kind of does have a little story to it. Just to see, like, what happens, I guess.
Yeah.
Shit.
Who was saying it was like Ed, Ed and Eddie? Was
Jake.
that you?
Yeah.
It was
Jake,
Jake, or
was
Kyron.
Jake was fucking dead.
No, he was alive.
Well, you- were
we were
you
talking
alive?
about Ed, Ed, and
Yeah,
Eddie.
yeah. He was
You were
alive
alive for Ed, Ed and
during
Eddie?
all that.
Yeah, I was live Friday.
Because we had both described it as the same as Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
It is a lot like it. It's just like the adult version.
Pretty much. The adult live action version. Like, legit.
It's a trailer park instead of the cul-de-sac.
Oh my
Like
god.
Julian would be Eddie.
This is
Yeah,
where the Kinger
fucking
sisters
Dude,
live.
for real.
Yeah.
Bubbles,
no.
Bubbles would be Double D.
Oh,
And then,
no,
and then
hold on.
Ricky would be Ed.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I seen it.
What are you thinking?
No,
What are you thinking?
Julian would be
Would be Eddie.
Double D.
Fuck no.
No, Julian would be Eddie because he's the one coming up with all the schemes.
And he's about that action.
Jesse, have you seen Ed, Ed and Eddie?
Bro.
Double D.
Double D doesn't do any scheming.
Double D is
I mean, he
He's
doesn't.
the one
Bubbles.
trying to talk him out of it all the time.
He's like
Yeah.
the sensible one.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm
Who's
going
the-
based off
who-
like looks
Who's the
and
smartest
personality,
one in
more or
the
less.
Trailer Park
Well,
Boy?
okay,
Because-
personality
there is
is
because-
no
still
double D.
correct.
Who's
Because-
the one that... They don't even pick on Double D.
Double D would be like Mr. Leahy or something.
Who's the most reasonable character?
Nah.
None of them. Absolutely none of them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Julian's reasonable. Julian's the only like sane one.
Yeah, pretty
He's not a
much.
fucking complete psychopath.
Well, I mean, he kind of is because he's always like planning robberies and shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, this is gonna be the last one.
After this up, boys, this will be our last job.
Oh my god.
Man,
says
Julian, I don't know. Bubbles, shut up, you're doing it.
Oh man, okay.
Dude, his glasses are so fucking
There-
thick.
Bro, them hoes
Like, it
are-
makes me question,
it's like
is
bulletproof
that legit?
glass.
Or are those lenses fake?
They have to be because they like magnify his eyes. What's the name of the two guys that Ricky always gets the cigarettes from?
Oh, the fucking
Fucking
kids.
Trevor and Corey.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smokes, come on now.
Come on, smokes now. It's my last one. I don't care. I said smokes. Every time he sees him, even if it's like
Fucking
3 minutes
hilarious.
later in the episode.
We haven't gotten past like the first season, but we're just talking about it.
I love it.
I
I don't know how many
seen it.
times I've rewatched it.
It's on
haven't
Netflix.
seen
They have like 12 seasons of it on Netflix.
Oh my god.
Damn.
that's so
I
many
don't know how the
seasons.
fuck they've gone 12 seasons.
That's so many
I can only imagine what the fuck they're doing.
How many seasons of Ed, Ed,
They got
Ed?
movies, man.
I don't
24, 27, 34.
There's a whole lot of that. It's just it's a slice of life.
Yeah, it really
A
is.
slice of life.
Endless
Some
schemes.
kind of life.
It's like Ghetto King of the Hill, like where there's really no like point to it, but it's
There's no straight man.
Yeah.
There's no Hank.
Jeez.
I got into Trailer Park Boys because my fucking uncle watched.
Hey,
yeah.
And then like he
Get over
would
here.
be sitting there watching it, and I'd
What are you
walk
doing?
in, like I'd be like, "What is this?" And
Hide
he's
it.
like, Trailer Park Boys, and that's it. And I just fucking sit down and watch with them, and it's just fucking hilarious.
It is
Since
so
then, I just like catch
stupid.
episodes with them every now and then.
Don't show me that Isabel.
Yeah, fuck that back.
Hey, fuck you.
Nah, fuck you.
Fuck
Nah,
you.
Show me
Hey,
Isabel.
fuck
Nah,
you.
Show me Isabel.
Nah,
Show me Isabel.
fuck you.
Show
fuck,
me
fuck
Isabel.
me.
Show me Isabel.
Fuck me.
Show,
What?
No, fuck you.
No, fuck
show-
me.
No, show me
Yeah.
Isabel.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
No,
Then fuck me then.
No, show
All right.
me.
Get over here.
Yeah,
Show
wait a
me
minute.
Isabel.
Check
No,
out,
no, no,
check
no,
out
no.
Isabel.
Hey, look, that's Isabel.
It's fucking Isabel.
Look who it is.
Hey, look, it's a piece
Isabel.
of shit.
Oh, got him.
Couldn't handle my nest.
Coming in with the truth.
Like 5 times in a row.
Wait a
Bro,
minute.
I
Couldn't
can-
handle Golden
I can
Gloves.
handle you easily. Let's
Golden
go.
Gloves,
Yeah, you
Pac-Man.
can.
Golden Gloves Pac-Man.
He can.
Yo,
Oh,
hold
no,
on.
Pac-Man.
Okay, so we
Can't
had
talk over each other.
we had a Smash tournament
Oh, shit,
yesterday
we sure
of this
did.
recording, and it was fucking lit.
Dude, it was lit. KJ gave me a run for my money for sure.
I'm
Oh,
telling
hell
you.
yeah.
That shit was great though, dude.
That was badass.
I haven't felt that much intensity in a while.
There were a few good games.
Hell yeah.
Really close games.
My heart was
I
racing,
think-
and I wasn't even playing.
I think.
Bro,
I
my
think
heart
the-
was racing every time. I'm not even gonna lie.
Either there
I
were
gotta
three
try so
contenders
hard,
for the
man.
best game of the tournament. There's Jeffrey versus Jesse because that was close. It was good. There was Sal versus KJ. I think that was like a lesser game, but it was just so close.
Hey, that first
It was just
name
so
me.
close the whole time. And then I think the best one was me versus Jesse. When you went Little Mac the first time, he two-stocked me,
Yeah.
and
Kinda-
like nobody saw it.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
I
did.
saw it. I was watching
I did.
everything.
I was
Yeah,
like,
dude,
I
we
was
were
like,
talking
I was
about
like,
it.
I'm scared.
And then fucking
You were
Jesse
scared.
Got, and then Jesse got hit like twice and
And-
then
oh,
died.
it
because
was
fucking
done.
Little Mac.
Yeah, no, the first game was a close. It was I won 1 stock, and then Jesse beat me 2 stocks, and then I beat him 2 stocks the third.
And I was like, yeah, damn it.
Josh wiped the floor with me.
Dude,
Josh
Dude.
handed me a hearty ass whooping.
I was happy with Josh's performance. I wish that he would have practiced more, but he could have done worse.
Yeah.
He actually started pulling out the aerials finally for the tournament. He was pulling out the aerials. He got the boomerang into forward air.
He was just thinking of like anything he could have like remembered you telling him. Just like, I
He
gotta do
upbeat
good.
a lot though.
I know.
That's his thing.
Yeah, that was his
But
thing.
the thing is, I just never learned to get around it, so it was always working.
Yeah, it kept working. I kept telling him over and over and over and over again, if you're gonna up B, don't up B, just do up A. You're getting the same thing done, but if you miss up A, it's not no problem. But it was a habit. I'm sure it was a habit for him.
It's understandable.
Very good.
Yeah. Smash.
Yeah, this is Smash Ultimate we're talking about.
This is the Smash cast.
Nah, this is Melee we're talking about.
Fuck
this is,
Melee.
This is
Nah,
Smash
fuck
cast.
Dude. Rick and what's his name?
Episode
going
1.
at it on
Caleb.
Melee.
Caleb.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Man,
Caleb.
I
Oh, dude,
texted
that
him.
was
He never
fucking-
answered.
Oh,
Wow. It's Cameron all over again.
Oh.
That was intense.
Dude, I'm telling. We weren't even at our best either.
God, no
You
way.
should have seen me versus Tyler.
Oh,
Fox.
I
Stevens.
seen, yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I seen that.
that Fox dude.
I walked
And
out
then
of the
and
room.
Marth's able to keep that Fox at bay. Have you seen him play? Fox goes fucking.
All over the place.
It's crazy.
It's
But
retarded.
Marth has a big ass sword, so you just keep him at bay.
Right.
And then they both combo each other like nobody's fucking business. So it's so good.
But yeah, I seen Rick go against fucking Tyler one time, dude. And like I was supposed to be a part of it, because like I was gonna learn, but like I seen them play and I just like walked out of the room into the living room. I was like, I'm not having none of this. Not me, not today.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Melee's too intense.
I know, but it's such a good spectator sport though.
And it's such a good sport because you practice it, so it's got the hard skills. Like you got to learn to swing the bat, you got to learn to throw the punch. So you practice your tech, and then you got to know the mind games behind it. So you got to know the plays. You got to know how to play your opponent like any other fighting game. So it has both things. Whereas the newer Smash games only have the mental aspect. So that's why I think Melee is perfect, and it also feels perfect once you learn how to do it. Once you learn how to do it, Jesse. Don't give me that you can't even wave dash.
Yeah, I can.
But you don't need to wave dash because you played Jigglypuff.
True.
Jigglypuff's ass.
No, Jigglypuff is great.
Uh-huh.
Not,
awesome.
not Jesse's Jigglypuff.
I could kick your Captain Falcon's ass.
He
Yeah.
could.
I wave
with
dash.
my-
I wave dashed
wave
twice in
dashed.
a row, bro.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
wave dash like
yeah,
3
can
times
you?
in a row.
Is that it?
The Tech Cold
Actually, no,
Wars.
I can
Today
wave.
was the first time I ever learned to wave dash and I ever tried it. Like today was the first time I ever practiced like that. The fucking L canceling.
I
Not
don't
the
even
short arm.
remember
But
what
can
the fuck
you
L
win?
canceling was.
But can you win?
I'll certainly try.
Jesse might beat you. Because Jigglypuff.
That's a mic though.
The thing is, I don't even want to try because I don't even want to play Melee.
Yeah,
I
Jesse's
don't
Jesse's
like.
a hater.
I don't like. I just don't
Jesse's a
like.
hater.
I don't like
Over here.
Melee. I don't
Jesse
like.
doesn't
Play it
like
on the
good
show.
things.
Right here. There's a TV right there.
Let's go.
That's
That's
a bot.
That's a computer monitor, bro.
There's a TV in there.
Oh, that's true. Where do you do?
How do you not like Melee?
I don't like it. I don't
Yeah,
like how.
Jesse-
I don't like
Jesse-
how.
The thing is because Jesse just hasn't practiced it. You have to really practice it to
No,
get
I
into
d-
it.
I
It
didn't-
feels clunky if you don't use the wave dashing and the dash dancing. It feels clunky.
Yeah, I don't like how it feels, and I don't
do any of
care
that,
to
and
put
I
so
still
much
love
time
it.
into Melee.
I'm not even that competitive with even video games like that, and I still love that game.
Maybe you got nostalgia. I got nostalgia. For
Yeah,
it.
I do have this.
Yeah, no,
When playing for fun.
Yeah, it's always awesome.
I'm all for Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate, and even fucking Brawl.
Yeah,
Brawl
Jesse's
okay.
Jesse's
Fuck
like,
outta here, bro.
Brawl is a good game. Brawl is a good game. Brawl is a terrible sport, shitty sport, but Brawl is a good game.
Alright, that makes more sense. So I was about to say. I was
What
probably
other
the
game?
reason-
What other game has Subspace Emissary? None of them.
Exactly.
Ah yeah,
Subspace Emissary.
that was the shit, dude. I don't know.
We might.
why they
Well,
stopped
we
it.
might get some kind of story mode with the DLC.
No,
That'd be
sir.
cool.
We're gonna get like the simplest. We're gonna get the simplest mode. We got our story mode.
Story mode fucking sucks.
I've already been through like 50% of it, like maybe around there. Like I've gone through so much, and I still haven't found the first cutscene outside of the intro.
Dude, I've not tried it at all. Like I played it for like 2 minutes and then I quit. I was like, fuck this. This is fucking boring.
Dude,
it's
it's
cool.
fun.
Yeah,
No,
it is fun.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
You're just mad
You're just mad 'cause you suck.
For what?
Because you suck.
because you're just mad all the time.
Not as bad as you.
Look at you with your head.
Look at me with my
Just
head.
top 10 video games right now.
Ooh,
Top
shit.
10, top 5
Wait a minute.
movies.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Oh,
minute.
fuck.
Let me clarify.
Taxi
something.
Driver.
I wasn't.
Forrest Gump. Joyride.
Joyride.
Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting. Fast and Furious.
Was Fast and Furious on
The
list?
Fast and the Furious.
Was it on the list? Do you remember his top 5? Because
It was something like that.
he was talking about it again the other day, and I didn't fucking remember. Like, I remembered 4 out of 5.
Do you remember yours?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, what
top,
is
top,
it?
Let's have
five,
it.
top 5 video games right
Let's
now.
have it.
Top 5 video games.
Top 5 video games.
Oh
Top
man,
five
I
video
gotta
games.
think.
All
about
right, now let me clarify something. I was in
Top
the middle
10.
of a game while you all were arguing with each other, so I couldn't join. But when you're talking about best games, you need to narrow it down by genre. You can't be comparing a puzzle game with fucking
Well, I
with
mean, it's
fucking
just,
Street Fighter.
your favorites.
Okay,
Your
Sure
top
you can.
5 favorites.
okay, but you can't get serious with it.
Oh, watch me.
All right, Jesse's a
Yeah,
punk.
Jesse would.
Jesse's a
be the-
punk.
Jesse would be the one, dude.
Jesse's a punk.
Let's go, Jesse. Top
Let's
5.
Top 5. Oh man.
That's a hard one.
All right. Well,
Five video
immediately Mega Man X
Ah, shit.
Instant.
Instantly.
I feel bad.
Instant.
Just
I
like
love
that.
the fucking character design in that game, dude.
Dude,
It's so fucking
They have
good.
the best character designs.
Hands down. Like yeah, out of Mega Man.
Hands down.
I hope that.
Mega Man X. I don't. First off, I don't even know which Zelda game to pick.
Oh yeah. For me, it'd have to be Majora's Mask.
I'm just gonna have to. Can I just say the whole
Hey,
franchise of the fucking
Maybe,
whole?
maybe
God
to
damn,
help
it's
you, you could
specific.
pick your favorite games out of different genres. That'll help.
No.
Well, that's what I'm about to do because I'm completely lost.
Five.
I'm completely lost.
Top
dude.
5 video games by title.
Well, you got all of Jesse's and then all of Kyron's to think about it.
Oh yeah,
Because then it's your turn.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be here for like at least 2 minutes. Sorry,
Oh, shit.
everyone listening.
So you got
Kyron, can
Mega
you,
Man X.
Bring my phone over here. Just the USB
gotcha.
too. Appreciate it, man.
Mega Man
Get a
X.
list.
Nah,
Zelda,
What's
but
your-
let me
Which
I
one?
pretty much got mine.
Twilight. I'm gonna go Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a pretty solid one, dude.
I don't like Twilight Princess.
Really?
I tried playing it and I just couldn't. It just couldn't keep my attention. It was weird. I don't know. Like I didn't hate it. It just couldn't keep my attention. That music
That monkey got on
That
my
music.
fucking nerves.
can never go wrong with that music.
No, the music's always great.
Let me see. Get this put in right quick.
So Mega Man X, Twilight Princess, what else?
Let me think about this by consoles right quick. Let me see. You got the Nintendo, which has nothing. Super Nintendo, that's got Mega Man X.
Oh god, dude.
64.
What happened?
The whole franchise, dude. It's like 3 different generations. You already know what I'm talking about.
He's talking about World Poker Series.
Ah.
Yeah. Solid game series.
Pokemon's another one, but goddamn, I don't know which one. Probably
Which
Let me see.
one?
Emerald or Leaf Green, bro.
Leaf Green.
Those were my favorite.
No. It's gonna come down to like Emerald or like Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl, I say that because those are the first Pokemon games I played.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Everybody's
gonna
a
have the
soft
same
spot for
dilemma
first.
when I get to mine. I'm gonna explain myself there.
Okay. That's
So,
fine. But you gotta dish them out.
Ooh. Oh.
fuck.
Come on now.
Ooh.
Which one? You have 5 seconds.
Well, I'll help
Which
you
So
out
which one
here.
can I play the most?
2. 1.
Omega Sapphire.
Omega Sapphire.
No, Omega Ruby.
First off, it's Alpha Sapphire.
No, Omega
I didn't
Ruby.
even catch that, honestly.
I'm gonna say Omega Ruby because it has all the generations with it.
Okay, that's solid.
Lame.
So you copped out.
I had to. I had to.
Solid. Next, that's 3.
Let me see.
No cop out this time.
Fuck
only,
you.
you only get one.
I got 2 more.
Shit, man. I'd love to say a Kirby game, but I don't know any Kirby games.
Oh man, Dream.
Yeah, I never got to play any Kirby games yet. I have a ton I haven't played.
I'm hurting right now.
Yeah, man, this is
I'm
intense.
on my last game.
Wow.
I'm hurting right now.
It's a PlayStation.
What you got there? Corn Rin.
Got a mug of milk.
Oh damn, bro. That's
A
pretty
mug
solid.
of milk.
That's pretty solid, man.
Check it out.
That's a nice ass mug. It
really
looks like
is
a
a nice
tiny
mug.
barrel,
It's
man.
really-
It's pretty dope.
Ooh, I like that.
That's lovely.
Ooh,
That's just
I actually really
swell.
like that.
That's just swell.
You know what that is?
All right.
That's
I got
dandy.
it.
Space
All
dandy.
right, Rick's already got his list.
Yeah,
You're still,
dude,
you're
I mean,
stuck
like-
on 3.
Yeah, man.
You had 2 more. I'm gonna have to skip you.
You might.
Kyron,
Please
top
skip
5.
me and I'll come
Top
back.
5.
Top 5 video games right now.
Need for Speed, Most Wanted,
That's
Yeah.
the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a solid ass racing game, man.
Max Payne,
Which one?
the first one,
Alright. The one with the baby.
the one with the baby.
Yeah, that shit was trippy, bro. I got
Oh,
an
yeah,
anecdote
bro.
about that.
You're gonna remember that shit.
Yeah, my fucking dad, dude, he used to play it in the fucking garage, and he had like a surround sound set up, and then I was sitting in there like watching him play, and it came up to the fucking baby scene, dude. That shit was
Which one?
so
Which game?
surreal.
Which game?
Max Payne.
Oh, I've seen that scene.
Yeah, dude, and just imagine like speakers
played that
behind
scene.
you, and in the corner, just like the noises coming from like every speaker, dude. It was so fucking
Bro,
trippy.
Even,
I left the fucking room
even
as a kid, dude.
Even playing it is like trippy because you're walking like on a
On a-
line of blood.
Yeah, it's like a really thin trail of blood
And
that
you can't
need
fall off, and if you fall off, the baby scream just gets like
intense,
crazy.
dude.
It's just like
That
it's
sounds
scary,
weird.
bro.
And the
It's
thing is, like,
You could look
the
it up.
whole time, the fucking
Watch
baby
it.
is just
Oh, I'll
crying.
do that later.
I've seen it on one of those like top.
bro.
10
I used to play that
scariest,
shit like in the middle of the night, like
like,
in
scariest video game
dark,
moments
bro.
in
Dude,
non-horror
I
games.
seen somebody speedrun it, dude. They're
I
just
can't
like
talk at the same
jumping
time.
across the fucking
I've
level.
tried to do
They
that. I
finished
can't
that
do
scene.
it.
They finished that
I
scene
can't
in
do
like
it.
2 seconds, dude. That shit's fucking nuts.
Can't do that.
All right, so you got
But,
Need for Speed Most Wanted, Max Payne. You got 3 more.
This was my dilemma.
Come on now. I gotta skip you too.
No,
Come on.
I do know mine, so I'm good.
You know yours
yeah.
now? You know your top
Yeah.
5? All right.
Yeah, we're gonna
Jesse,
go
top 5.
Mega Man X.
Solid.
Hell yeah, it's solid. Twilight Princess. Pokemon. Omega Ruby.
Cop out.
Halo 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Smash Ultimate.
All right. I feel that last one.
Alright.
One.
Smash Ultimate, really.
Yeah.
Top 5 favorite games ever.
Yeah.
Nice.
No GBA, no Nintendo 64, no PS2. Like none of
PS2.
that.
I didn't really.
Buster. Did he even say Majora's Mask? What
No.
a fake.
I mean, God, there's just so many fucking
Hold on, you
games.
should have seen him. Y'all should have seen
Link to
him.
the Past,
This
bro.
dude, dude puffed
A
up
Link to the Past is second.
and then just released.
See, okay, okay, like A Link to the Past and Twilight Princess are like
Bro.
tied for me.
It's a Link to the Past for me for sure.
Link to the
It was gonna be one of my 5.
Like, I love those games. And then Breath of the Wild comes in like a close second.
Yeah, Breath of the
From
Wild is
those ties.
damn amazing, dude.
Like
I love the fucking costume design in that game, dude. They designed the fucking armors so well.
All right.
Breath of the Wild is
Is that,
top.
is that your final answer?
Yeah, Mega Man X,
Locking it in?
Mega Man
Locking
X,
it
Mega Man X2, Mega Man X3.
Just
And
all,
Mega Man
all
X.
the Mega Man.
That the final answer?
Yeah.
The Mega Man.
No, Mega Man X is a fucking solid.
All right.
Oh my
We're
god.
done
it
with
is,
you.
dude. The
We're done
music-
with you.
Every Mega Man game has like
I got Need for
solid-ass
Speed
music.
Most Wanted.
Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Max Payne
Max
1.
Payne.
Both fucking.
I
solid.
got Skyrim.
Yeah. Finally, something crazy.
Oh, dude, Fallout.
I
Yeah,
got
dude. New Vegas was gonna be mine.
Skate 3.
Skate 3. Nice.
Not a Tony Hawk one.
Nah.
I'm debating if I want to choose that one or another one.
Bro, you see what I mean?
Which Tony Hawk?
Because I
Underground?
have Tony Hawk Underground 2 in mind.
Round 2.
Bro,
I mean, shit. Just,
slaps.
no kidding, man.
Fucking soundtrack for 2. Though.
Yes.
That was fucking.
Bro, Lamb of God.
Yes, dude. They had fucking Johnny Cash in there. It was Ring of
I'm
Fire,
telling you.
dude. Man.
And what? Underground 2?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, they had fucking Lamb of God in there.
Yeah, dude. They had a solid ass
diverse
fucking
Black
track,
label.
dude.
So, Need for Speed, Max Payne. What was your third one?
It was Skate 3 or
Sky-
Underground 2.
Oh, yeah, you said Skyrim.
And Skate
Oh,
3.
yeah, yeah.
And then I have a fifth one to choose.
Skate 3 and...
Skate 3.
Need for Speed Most Wanted. Max Payne 1.
Skate 3
Skyrim.
and-
Skate 3.
Skate 3 and.
Skate 3.
and...
And...
Skate 3 and...
Skate 3 and. Smoking the reefer.
And and Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. I do like Pac-Man. But... I don't know. I have like a lot of games that I could choose.
Dude,
You gotta choose one right now. Locking it in.
I mean, can we go top 10?
Locking it in. No tens.
Yeah,
we
can
do
we
fives
go, can
around
we go
here.
top,
Top
we
20?
top 10?
We do fives.
If we can do top 10s,
We do
then-
fives.
top
then I can
100,
give you a
top 10s, it's
solid
just
ass
gonna keep
list.
increasing.
I
Top
can give you a-
15.
I can give you a solid ass list.
Five.
Top 10s.
All the
bro.
games I've ever played and liked.
Fifth
Can
one.
can I just give you a fucking discography of the video games I played?
Damn, I don't know. I'm gonna have to say
Do it to him. You gotta do it to him.
Whatever it is.
Do it to him,
I have
Cornman.
like 5 more that I could pick.
You just
Like,
at this point, you just
I'm not even
gotta
shitting.
pick
you just
one.
gotta pick one now at this point.
Whoa,
man.
just say them out loud and get some feedback.
Well,
What? You can't give him feedback. This is his choice.
This is his top 5.
His decision.
nah,
Not the
I'm
community
about to
top
pick
5.
Knockout Kings 2000.
Oh my god.
The memories.
Nice.
Holy shit,
Nice.
dude.
Knockout Kings.
Man,
Jesus.
but I have so many more games.
Let
I
me
could
tell you,
choose.
when I say
Like,
this boy dug in the depths, that boy went treasure hunting.
Oh hell yeah.
telling you,
Is that your top 5?
You know what?
I got some treasure that day, bro.
Speaking
I
of
got
treasure,
a couple PS2s, a couple PS1s, fuck ton of games. It was a haul.
I should have included Treasure Cruise on mine.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude.
I'm gonna go grab my jacket. I'm fucking cold.
Is that your top 5? Is that your final answer? Oh no!
It's the
It's
final
too late.
answer now.
It's too late.
I
It's
guess
locked
it
in.
is.
Rick, top 5 video games. Go.
All right.
Let's go.
Can
All right.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Can we have another top 5?
Top 5, part 2. All right. Obviously,
Ghouls and
Melee.
Ghosts.
Melee is at my
Melee.
top spot.
Oh yeah.
Well, they don't have to be in any particular order.
Yeah.
Well, whether or not Melee is at my top spot. All right, the rest of these are
Wally.
ready. So Melee, Mario 64.
Nice.
There you go. Wind Waker.
Okay. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I almost forgot about that. I was gonna have Rayman before that.
Rayman.
And then here's the weird one.
Rayman.
Here's my odd one. Yu-Gi-Oh! Reshift of Destruction
Really?
for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh,
it's
that's
it's a
cool.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Game where they don't actually use the Yu-Gi-Oh! rules. They turn it into like an RPG.
Really?
So like fire beats grass, so on and so on.
Huh.
And it has like a story, and you basically level up it so you can have stronger cards, and you have to use strategy. It's cool. It's
That's
a cool
cool.
game. I've put so much time into that game. It's crazy.
Also, every monster has like 500 attack.
No, well, in the beginning, they use the tiny little baby monsters that are only released in Japan.
The little chibi looking ones.
Yeah.
And then my last one is Pokemon, of course. Now I was stuck here because I played Gen 3, Gen 3 and Gen 4 all equally took up so much time in my childhood.
Yeah.
All of those. But I'm going to have to pick a favorite. And for favorite, I'm going to have to say it's hard. It's between Gen 3. Fire Red and Leaf Green have the better music for me.
Yeah, dude. Leaf Green was fucking dope.
But Emerald and I didn't even play Emerald, but
The disrespect. The disrespect.
no, dude.
The
Now
disrespect.
wait a minute. I always
Jesse,
The disrespect.
get over here. Get
Jesse
over
knows,
here
Jesse
right now.
knows, Jesse knows. I always wanted to play
Sit
Emerald.
down.
Oh,
I
what's
always
going
wanted to
on?
play it.
Rick's never played Emerald,
I always wanted to
Oh
play it.
no, yeah, I know
the
this.
greatest Pokemon game of all time.
I always wanted to play it, but I never had it.
Didn't I give it to you?
No. I don't have Emerald. If I had Emerald, I would have played through it by now.
All right, so
New Super Mario Bros.
Okay, so
That's pretty good.
okay, so
Stop
here's the
talking.
thing. Here's the
pretty
thing.
fucking fun.
Fire Red and Leaf Green have the better music for me, but Emerald has the better world for me.
but you've
I'm
never played
thinking.
Mm.
I'm
You
thinking.
got a pink septum. You can't say shit.
And I'm cold.
Ruby and Sapphire did have that brass.
it. Mm.
Get
I'm gonna
loaded
have to
up.
say Fire Red.
Fire Red. Okay. So that's
Whoa.
it. Go down your whole top 5.
Yeah, what's this? What's this list?
My top 5.
Final
was-
answer.
My top 5. Hello. All
All
right.
It's a
My
spoon.
top 5 was at the top no matter what. Melee. Then Pokemon Fire Red, Super Mario 64,
Ooh.
Wind Waker, and then Yu-Gi-Oh! Reshift of Destruction.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that one.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Ooh,
Nice.
it's locked in.
Sally boy.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Fallout New Vegas.
Yes, sir.
The mod system in that game was so fucking great, and I just love the fact that it was like super desolate, and they gave it reason why, because it was in Nevada. There's hardly any green in Nevada.
Yeah, of course.
Like it was fucking great, dude. That fucking Mr. House.
Mr. House was Mr. House the robot.
Yeah, it was the, and then Benny too, bro.
Benny.
Man,
Benny
was
Hannes?
fucking dope.
Benny's.
Benny's
Um,
Grill.
I have never played a Fallout game.
They're
That's-
so good.
Shut up,
You
Benny's
got to
Grill.
play Fallout.
They go hard.
Either Fallout 3 or New Vegas. They're so good.
Those
But
are-
they're a time sink.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a time sink.
All right,
Yeah, never played Fallout.
Heidi, where you going?
New Vegas. Majora's Mask.
Yes, sir.
I ain't talking the remake either, cause fuck that, dude.
Bro, the remake was good.
I mean, it's cool.
It's a remakes are always cool, I
Yeah,
think.
well, they're cool, but
They took out a lot though.
it's cool.
They took out like the best stuff.
All right, let's go.
Zora swimming, bro, was not broken. I don't know why they did that to him.
What'd they do?
they made it worse. Like you couldn't just constantly swim fast no more. Like it was like a part of a magic meter in the remake.
Are you sure you're just not bad?
Wow. You know how much time I spent on the 64 fucking learning how to Zora swim, like through all that shit?
Getting the speed run ready? Do you know how much time I spent learning how to bomb hover?
Oh my god. Jesus.
And never actually learning to do it?
Alright. Majora's Mask. And then, one I'm pretty sure y'all have never heard of, maybe, is Riviera. Fucking, hold on, I have it on my phone. I have a fucking emulator.
Is it an RPG?
I should have chose
Yes, it is.
Superman 64.
Oh, no, dude.
Just get the top 3 worst games.
Aquaman 64. That's another one for
Oh
me.
my god.
I love
I didn't
his.
even know
I
that.
love that bald spot.
Oh my god.
No.
The Swisher.
Swisher House.
Look, man, all I'm saying is that Mega Man X
The
was
Swisher-
such a good game.
The Swisher
It was
beckons.
a fucking. I love. Oh, it's called Riviera: The Promised Land. It's for fucking Game Boy Advanced.
Ooh.
It's so good because it holds one of my favorite mechanics where fucking weapons break after a while. But the thing is, you can go into like, you could learn a skill with each weapon, and you don't level up in that game. The more skills you learn with weapons, the more the higher your stats get. So like, once you learn a skill with the weapon, like your vitality, your magic, your fucking defense will go up. But not every character can use every weapon, so not every character gets a skill with every weapon right off the bat.
Right.
But you can go like for every weapon there's like an experience tick, and that's how many times you have to use it before you can get it. So
Oh.
like there's like you worry about like, fuck, do I really want to waste this one shot heavy weapon just to get one tick on the experience meter to level this guy up, or should I save this fucking one shot glass cannon weapon for a boss?
Right.
So like it tears you because like
You gotta make choices.
yeah, the stronger weapons, the higher your fucking stats go.
Interesting.
Like, so it's like, fuck, will I ever run into another one, and when will that be?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I hate
It's
choices.
fucking great, dude. And it's turn-based. I fucking love turn-based.
I hate turns.
I hate turns.
You're fucking crazy.
I
Alright,
love,
two
I
more.
love turns.
Except Pokemon.
Alright,
Pokemon's the only good turn base.
Yes.
I love
Sir.
turns.
I love turn-based as well.
Fire Emblem Conquest.
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 Is that-
It's the opposite of Birthright.
Oh, okay.
It's the first one I got.
Andor.
Yeah. So it's interchangeable between the two. It's like you start one, and then there's like splitting paths. You can either go like with the good guys, or the bad guys.
Hey.
I got the bad guys.
Of course.
All right.
Of course.
Of course.
And then the last one.
No.
Hey.
New is really nice.
Do you respond to your name? I bet not.
New.
Wow.
Cat fascination.
He kind of does. And then, last one.
Last one.
Last one's really hard for me.
Skate 3.
No kidding.
The last one's really hard for me. I know everybody had hard choices, but this one's like really hard for me because it's like a childhood classic, a Swordcraft Story 2.
Oh.
You play the first one?
There's another.
Oh.
Go on.
It's between that, which is another Game Boy game, and sandwich. Nah.
You beat me to it.
What?
It's a fucking video, dude. It's like some fat kid. He's like talking about his friend. He's like, this nigga tried to microwave a motherfucking and then like somebody cuts in like sandwich. And he's like, sandwich. Why you gotta microwave your sandwich for? You can't eat it cold.
People made memes about that.
Hell yeah.
So,
It was
like
great.
like he was like, shit, I don't know what's either the radiator or the whatever else, the alternator, but it's gonna run you about 250. and he's just like, he's like, it's awful.
Yeah, it's a Swordcraft Story or fucking Burnout Paradise, a racing game.
Burnout.
Yeah.
SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
Yes, sir.
Oh, dude, actually, hold on. Actually,
Oh.
that completely changes the list.
Oh.
Rise Against.
Motherfucking
Left 4
Street
Dead
Fighter
2.
5.
Street Fighter 2.
Rise Against is a band. Jesse.
Street Fighter 2.
Is it Rise Against is a band?
We should do
It's
top
in Smackdown
5 bands
versus Raw.
next.
No, but I said
Top
Left 4
5
Dead.
bands next.
But I said.
That's a bet.
But I said.
This is the list episode.
The list episode. Top 5. This is just the top 5s episode.
Top 5.
Ooh, okay.
If y'all pick movies, all mine are gonna be by the same director.
We already did movies.
Except.
We
Quentin
can do
Tarantino.
top 5
Except-
new movies.
Except the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, dude. Except for
I
Spider-Verse.
don't have that many.
That
favorite
I
movies.
fucking love that
Same,
movie.
dude.
Before we
Like-
leave video games,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's this lesser known game called Dark Cloud where you go into
Fucking-
dungeons, and go into adventures, but there's this central hub world where you get to like design your own village basically for the PlayStation 2. I love that
Lemmings.
game.
Lemmings.
Wait, so what was your fifth one?
All right.
Look it up.
I'm gonna swipe the
Lemmings.
last one completely. I'm gonna go for Dragon's Dogma by Capcom.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah. I told you it's fucking hard for me, man. I played so many fucking video. Like that's all I did. That's why I'm like so out of touch. Like I don't know what to fucking do as an adult, because all I did was play fucking video games. I never listened to anything.
It's
Like
okay.
my fucking parents said.
It's not okay, but it's okay.
So top 5 right now. What is it?
All right, top 5. It was fucking New Vegas, Majora's Mask, motherfucking Riviera, The Promised Land, Dragon's Dogma, and I think I already forgot the other one.
I heard you say Street Fighter.
Nah, that was for the last one.
What was the other one you said? You had Majora's Mask, New Vegas, Riviera.
Dragon.
Burnout Paradise.
Oh yeah, Burnout Paradise.
How's it gonna be in the top 5 if you don't remember it?
Because
Make a list.
I went
I
through
feel like
so
there's-
I went through so many in my head already,
You
dude.
I
should've
feel like
made a
there was
list.
another one you said.
Yeah, but
Oh
you
yeah,
replaced
no.
it.
Okay, yeah, you must have replaced it.
And then fucking Dragon Dogma.
Okay. Final answer?
Final answer.
Nice.
You know what game got to get an honorable mention? Sonic Adventure 2
Guitar
Battle.
Hero.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero 3.
Any of the Guitar Heroes.
All of the
Any
good
of
except
the-
Aerosmith. Fuck
yeah,
that
fuck
one.
Aerosmith. And
Fuck
fuck Aerosmith.
I've never
And
played,
fuck Aerosmith.
I'd never played Guitar Hero Aerosmith.
You good?
You shouldn't.
I wasn't planning on.
Good.
You took Fire Emblem off your list.
No, that's what it was. It wasn't.
That's what the
It
other
wasn't
one was.
Burnout. It was Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Damn, and you locked it in.
It's already
Damn.
locked in.
You
Fuck.
fucked
Sucks.
up.
You-
Fuck. Suck.
You threw Fire Emblem to the wayside.
No.
Fuck.
Just like
How
the
could
I
dude?
believe it.
How could
Now
I?
you can never play Fire Emblem
ever again.
Because
I
it'll be
can't
mad
even,
at you.
I can't even buy the newest one. Three Houses comes out. I'm playing.
It's
It's not a plug.
disappointing.
Oh yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Ghouls and Ghosts.
Solid.
Oh, dude, Ghouls and Goblins.
Luigi's Mansion.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ghouls and Goblins.
Ghouls and
I thought it was
Ghosts.
ghouls.
What's
Ghouls
up,
and Ghosts?
Top 5
I thought it was
honorable
Ghouls and
mentions.
Goblins.
Top
There's
five.
Ghouls and Ghosts. There's Ghosts and Goblins. There's
Oh,
probably
dude.
Ghouls and Goblins.
Castlevania.
Castlevania is cool.
Shovel Knight.
Wicked Child.
I loved Shovel Knight,
Castlevania
dude.
1 and Castlevania
I played it a
4.
couple
Castlevania
times.
4
You
was
let
the
me.
best. You could throw the whip in any direction.
Dude.
Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight was fucking
Actually,
cool.
dude, that made me think of fucking Risk of Rain. For the PlayStation, dude, we spent so much fucking time on that game. It was so fucking good.
Twisted Metal.
You're right.
Black.
Twisted Metal Black was pretty fucking dope.
Mighty number 9.
That fucking bombed.
I'm
I
so
was watching
sad about
Jesse
it,
play it.
man.
I know Jesse can't even say anything. I was watching him play it one day and it just froze on him. It froze on him mid game. I was like, I was ready to give it a chance. I was like, well, you know, it's still Mega Man, but then then he couldn't play it.
Wow.
All right, another honorable mention from me is Dark Souls 3
Ooh.
and Dark Souls 1 Scholars of something
And Dark Souls 2.
and fucking Sekiro and fucking Demon Souls.
And whenever
And
4, whenever
Bloodborne.
they make it.
Yeah.
All right, is it time to get off video?
Honorable
Dude, Mega Man
mentions.
X3.
The Witcher 3.
not
Oh,
time.
dude, the Witcher 3. Witcher 3 was
GoldenEye 007.
Ooh, those were solid.
Bro.
Turok.
From
Mario
Russia.
Kart.
Turok, dude.
I have Turok.
Fucking-
Bro,
I have
tell
Turok.
me why
Dude,
I was just
fucking-
about to fucking say Turok.
I have Turok.
I was thinking of the name, the dinosaur guy.
Yeah, I
I
got
have-
Turok 1
I
and
was
2
thinking
for
of the
64.
name.
I have Turok 2, the black cartridge.
Yeah. I have 1
I
and 2 for
traded
64.
it with my friend for Mortal Kombat 4.
Nice.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 4.
Conquers-
Yeah, I know, but still. Now I have Turok.
Nice.
Jody had it, and he said he fucking hated it.
What?
Turok.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved it.
What is
Bro,
Jody?
we tried playing
What
it
does Jody
online.
know? Jody's dead,
Turok
dude.
is where
Yeah, you're
like,
right. Wherever you are,
you're playing
Jody,
as a guy.
we
It's
still
a,
love
as
you.
always.
It's a
Rip in
first-person
peace.
Not
shooter.
physically, but
We still
It's
love
like-
you.
You're going through this storyline that involves bad guys, but along the way you have to fight fucking dinosaurs.
What the fuck?
So basically, imagine Jurassic Park with all the fucking gunmen, and then like
It's like Jurassic Park
you're-
meets
you're-
Die Hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
you're an
Damn it.
Indian guy going through all of it.
Star Wars Battlefront fucking 2, bro.
I don't mean
No.
Indian as in turban.
Oh.
I mean Indian as Native American.
There we go.
So
Those are
Native
community
American.
top 5 right there.
But what do you
Battlefront 2.
Old school Battlefront.
Oh,
Battlefront
dude,
2.
yes,
I
old
never got
school
to play it.
Battlefront. Dude.
It's alright, Jesse. You
That
gotta,
was, dude,
what'd you
Galaxy
say?
Conquest.
Fuck yes.
Dude, Galaxy
Fuck yes.
Conquest.
Man, we could play that shit right now, bro.
Master, they got droid.
Right now.
Yes.
The pad cost is over. We're gonna play Battlefront 2.
Heck.
We can do it.
Alright, see y'all
Right
later.
here.
Bye.
Peace.
Time to end this COD past.
It's like Mario Kart.
Mario
Yeah,
Kart.
Mario Kart 64.
There's
Mario-
no bad Mario Kart game.
Fuck no. All of
That's
them were
true.
dope.
Super Nintendo's a little weird. The Super Nintendo ones.
Yeah,
It's still
the
cool,
fucking
though.
everything was
It's still
flat.
cool.
It weirded me out, except for the
But of
fucking
course
driver.
They were still all dope.
Of course, it was the first one. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It scared me though when I played it. Like, it wasn't the first one I've ever played. The first one I ever played was 64. So when I'm like, what? They got one for the fucking. And then I tried it and I was like, whoa, hold up, I'm scared.
Dude, Double Dash is really cool.
Who?
Double Dash.
Chibi
I
Robo.
never played that one.
God damn it. Yeah, Double Dash was cool.
I never played it.
You had two
Motherfucking-
characters on your cart.
Motherfucking Burger King Racing.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my- wait a minute.
Burger King Racing.
The fucking
Yeah,
king, dude.
The fucking, like a long ass time ago, they did like promotional shit for video games, and then
Yeah.
like Burger King had the fucking disc. It was so bad, dude. It was so bad.
It was just like
It was
racing.
hilarious, dude.
Yeah, it was the fucking king versus like randos. Obviously, you were the king. You couldn't fucking choose, and like it was just so bad, dude. It was. So
It was
bad.
cool. It was cool.
As a kid, but when I got older, I realized I was like,
How much cooler it really is.
It's
Need for
so
Speed
cool.
Underground
It
2.
fucking
Ooh,
froze.
I love that one.
Damn.
Underground 2, bro.
I liked
Hot
watching.
Pursuit.
I liked watching
Hot
that
Pursuit.
game.
I have all
It
of them.
looked pretty.
I didn't
Need
like any of the Need for Speed games.
Fuck you.
Whoa.
I couldn't play him. I couldn't play him.
I hate racing games.
I've never played
love
any
them.
other racing game except for Burnout and Need for Speed. Never
I
did
played Need for
touch
Speed almost
fucking
one
Formula One or
like
anything.
10 times.
The only racing game I like is Mario Kart.
Star Wars Pod Racer.
Hey.
Never
I
played
never
Was that
played
the one on
that.
the 64?
You
Yeah.
made
I
me
remember
play
that one. That
It's
was
fun.
weird.
The only ones I
Loved
played
it.
was
See, I
Battlefront 2
probably like it because it's Star
and
Wars.
then Force Unleashed and then Force Unleashed 2.
The Force fucking Unleashed is
Dude.
dope.
I played
Orange
both of them.
lightsaber.
I played both
Dude,
of them,
yes.
but I like Battlefront 2 better.
The black saber is
Probably.
canonical. Fucking
Oh yeah, the dark saber.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking bounty hunter had it.
Oh yeah, in Clone the last cartoon,
What is it even called? I can't
Clone
remember.
Wars?
Star Wars. No, it was
Oh,
Clone
Rebels.
Clone Wars was good. Star Wars
That's
Rebels.
Rebels. Yeah.
Rebels.
They had the black one.
They
The
had-
Mandalorians had it.
Yeah.
They had weird character design.
I never
I
got
didn't
to
like
watch
it.
They had the
It was
super
good.
skinny lightsabers.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Like
That
they
was
had
strange.
fucking toothpicks.
Well, it's because they did that because that was supposed to be the original concept for the lightsabers.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Mhm.
That's why they were like skinny like that. 'Cause
Weren't
that's
they-
how they were originally supposed to be.
Weren't
but
they
then
still skinny in the original trilogy?
They're,
Kinda.
they're
They're
skinnier.
No, I thought they were
Skinnier.
thick.
I think they were smaller.
The
than
prequels
they
were
would be.
thick.
Yeah.
Oh, the prequels. Okay, that's what I'm talking
Prequels are perfect.
But yeah, in A New Hope, and,
Hell yeah.
and those they're smaller,
I
but they're
hate
not
Sam.
that small.
That's what she said.
about. Boba Fett's the best.
I was gonna say something. A game.
Top 5 favorite Star Wars movies.
Oh. Wait a minute.
All of them except for the fucking last one. I didn't like when
Alright.
fucking.
You didn't like The Last Jedi? Get out of my face.
I didn't like when he killed himself.
Get out.
It made
Are
me
we-
so sad. I cried.
Get out.
I cried.
Wait, well, wait, wait,
I
wait,
dead
wait,
ass
wait,
cried.
Wait, 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 wait. Are we
I'm
finna get into
completely
this?
serious,
We
dude. I
finna get into
fucking
this?
cried when Hamill killed himself, bro.
We finna get into this real quick?
I'm ready to get into this.
Hold on.
Please, please.
We're gonna take a quick break.
Why?
He's gonna make sure it recorded.
We're gonna have a few words from our sponsors.
All right, bet.
And we're back.
Man, dude. That was a disgusting ass fart, Jesse. Why would you do that?
Hey, look, man. I just work here,
And that's
It's-
my fucking line.
dude. It's my first day.
That's my fucking.
It's my
thing,
first
bro.
day, man. I've only been out here like 3 days.
That's what you think.
You can say that again.
But not as disgusting as The
No,
Last Jedi.
no kidding.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
Can we just pause again?
That's it. We're finna have a 2v2 right now.
All right,
2v2.
so let's get a hand count. Who likes The Last Jedi?
Me.
Right here.
Jesse
Same.
does. Jake does.
I like it.
Sal does.
I like it.
Kyron does.
3v2.
It's four.
I liked watching it the first time that I watched it. It was an enjoyable experience.
Well, I only seen it the once, so I don't know.
But looking back at it, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Characters' motivations don't make sense. They killed off every plot line that they were building up to that should have been handled in the third movie. And now The Last Jedi has ruined any chances of a trilogy, of a successful trilogy. What are they going to do in the third movie? Are they going to beat Kylo Ren? Are they going to train with Luke? Luke's dead. What are they going to do? It's sad more than anything because now we're not going to get another movie that's going to be enjoyable, like The Last Jedi was upon first viewing. Because what do they have left?
Jake, help me.
I mean, the third movie is just going to be the final confrontation of Rey and Kylo.
But we've seen that.
The final one.
But we've seen it.
No,
And Rey's already won twice.
no, I have heard these points many times.
Come on.
Heidi?
Where's your two
what you
cents?
got to say?
Spit it out.
Secret special guest Heidi.
Guess what I thought? Get out of here.
Look at Heidi.
Now we could try. We can try really hard to think of things that they could bring back. Ahsoka, that's a big thing the fans want. Ahsoka, they can't bring back Darth Maul. Darth Maul died in...
Wait, Ahsoka died.
Oh yeah, spoiler warning.
Oh, she did?
Well, they could
Shit.
bring her in for the movie. they could bring her in for the movie. We don't know if she died. Darth Maul has been handled. He's not coming back.
Oh, you got handled.
Flo Koon goes
Who else could they bring back for this?
They don't need to bring anybody back.
But that's the thing, though. You could say that if Rey and Kylo Ren were like interesting enough, and that they built them up, but they haven't built them up. Rey's beat them twice. What, is she gonna lose this time?
It would
No.
be a twist.
What is she gonna win this time? Well, she's already won.
I think the biggest point of it is that Kylo keeps getting defeated, and it's just that his desire to be like Darth Vader is the only thing keeping him going. He's driven on nothing but pity for himself and rage.
They're gonna have to dig deep to make this work. They're gonna have to go hard on that sort of the Kylo Ren the Kylo Ren story. They're gonna have to make it work. It's gotta be a special movie.
That's what she said.
And I don't know if they're willing to do that because it's Disney,
They have to make it work.
and Disney plays safe.
I love Disney.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like,
Disney's going to have to
fuck.
play these hands.
They will have to play these hands.
I don't know what
Hero
the fuck they're
Six
doing
was
with Kim Possible, but I saw, I guess, it was
Hey,
it was
hold
a
on,
clip
fuck-
that they took out of it.
Fuck that. I don't know what the hell
That
they were
shit
doing about
looked
that.
stupid as fuck.
Wait, what?
Kim Possible, bro.
Live action.
Oh, I didn't
Live
see the
action Kim Possible.
They're doing that.
Yeah,
They're
it
doing
sucks.
that, but they shouldn't be doing that.
They're doing a live action Little Mermaid too.
They're doing live action everything.
Really cool.
But I mean, is it even live action if it's still all CGI?
Of course.
Yeah.
But that's just the easy way to
there's
say
Wait,
it.
hold on. Wait a minute.
That's just the easy
First
way to
off,
say it.
what is CGI? Because they're going to
Terrible.
go under the sea and actually film all that
Oh, it
shit.
must be, that's what I'm CGI.
Exactly.
It's a GI in the sea.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a GI
They're
in the
going.
sea.
They're going to the sea.
CGI is ass. I hate it.
No, I don't
There's
know.
only
Your
few
ass.
good CGI.
I don't even
Your
know what
ass.
CGI is.
Look at you.
CGI is just
Computer-generated
underdeveloped.
images.
You mean, huh?
Contagious, gluttonous infants.
CGI is just CGI is just underdeveloped. It needs time.
Yeah.
Okay, look here. Look, listen here. Episode 9 is just gonna go hard, and that's just gonna be that.
I hope. I'm interested to see what they'll do. They set themselves set up some interesting obstacles.
Yeah, set up.
It's crazy.
The movie's gonna start, and it was all a dream.
And then they're gonna be riding on a wagon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
in
that's
in a
another.
snowy.
That's another thing. Are we gonna find Rey's parents? Apparently, according to Snoke, they're nobody. So
Apparently.
We don't know.
that's one thing they could bring back. They could say, "Oh,
Could've been a
Snoke
lie.
Snoke was lying." They could do that.
Yeah.
Was that even Snoke?
It was Snoke who said that.
No, I said, was
Oh,
that
wasn't
even
even
Snoke?
Oh yeah, that could have been.
Hey, what happened to his body?
Oh,
They,
Snoke's
like-
body.
Yeah,
They,
like,
like-
he got cut in half and then like it was just gone.
No, it was there on the.
It was there.
And then that ship got like blown up or something.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember.
That was the ship. That was the ship that they went speed time through.
Yeah, but I just don't remember the body still being there on the floor in like
intense.
later shots.
It was there.
Of, like,
It
the
was there.
same scenes.
It was there.
It was there, but they had it angled way. I mean, it was all Kylo Ren and the one what's his fucking
The
name?
focal points.
I can't-
Kylo Ren and Rey, right?
No, after they won and after Rey escaped and Kylo Ren was there with
Snoke's body.
no, him and the other general.
Oh, the fucking weasel.
The redhead.
Yeah. That guy.
Ed
And-
Sheeran.
Rat.
Well, at this point, a
Jeffrey?
direction that they could,
Yeah.
a direction that they could go is that they could have, Kylo overcome his dark side, and him and Rey team up, and they become supreme god lords of the ultra
God
mega
lords.
expanded universe.
That's not gonna work out
But
well.
what then happens after that?
That's it. Star
That's
Wars
not-
is over.
That's not gonna work out well. You know Disney won't let that happen.
There's
No,
money to cash in.
they'll leave
man.
it open ended no matter what.
There's a nerdy reason that people hate. One of the little nerdy things that people hate about The Last Jedi is the way that they went into warp speed to destroy that ship. That was a beautiful shot.
It really.
Have everybody just go into hyperspace when they're in trouble. How many space battles have there been in Star Wars where they could have just done that?
That's true.
You're talking
They
about,
just
like,
ruined everything.
like just escaping using.
Yeah.
Escaping
Or-
or using it as a weapon. Both. They've escaped with it, but using it as a weapon. Why
They-
They could
why
just
hasn't?
send like little AI drones, the little R2D2s.
Yeah. It's Star
on,
Wars.
like small unmanned ships and just fucking hyperdrive through other fucking battleships.
Since it's so good. That was Snoke's Star Destroyer too.
Well, wait, that was it was just what's her name on that ship though, right?
Yeah, but
And didn't she die?
yeah, she
Yeah.
died. But that's why you get the robots to do it. There's so
Yeah.
many of those.
Oh well.
You can get fucking R2s.
But then you would
yeah.
be engineering ships just for that, and because
that
they
would be
they were such a
expensive.
small rebellion, and that was their main ship.
Well, in the prequels, no one
Yeah.
ever did that.
No,
They were
no
just
one
dumb in
ever
the
did
prequels though.
Stop.
They were. I hate sand.
It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
that. You guys don't like the prequels?
I like
Dude,
the
I
prequels.
love them.
I've never seen a Star Wars movie I didn't like.
I love the
I love all
prequels.
of them.
I love the prequels, but some of the dialogue's pretty bad.
It gets a little weird,
Hello
but
there.
Oh come on, that's iconic. But,
I love it, dude. It's my favorite line ever.
General Kenobi.
Revenge of the Sith is great.
I loved
Revenge
it.
of the Sith
That
is
was
amazing.
that was in my top 5 movies.
General Kenobi.
I said
He didn't even smoke cigarettes. Why was he coughing?
He was dying.
Nah. I don't want to hear it. He's a robot.
No, we've been through this. Mace Windu like damaged him or something.
Yeah, like a long ass time.
Wait a minute, that wasn't
Mace
the
Windu
that
was
was in
a
the expanded
fucking
universe,
beast.
though, wasn't
It used to be canon before Disney.
it? That's silly. So now he is just dying. I don't know. Or he's
yeah, I
smoking a
never
lot.
really thought about that. They kind of destroyed Grievous's whole lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the thing is you could assume that it's the same. If Disney didn't
Right.
touch it, you could just assume it's the same.
Fuck Disney for that.
Yeah, that was a little silly. I mean, I think I told you this in the last one, but they had so much universe to touch. They could have like done so much. They didn't have to go and
Old
retcon
Republic.
the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't do Old Republic. Like that's another 3-4 movies in itself.
They could still do it. That's probably why they retconned it so they don't have to. Actually, never mind. I'm not sure why they would do that.
I mean,
but they could
could-
revisit.
The thing they could
They
remake
could.
it in their own way,
Yeah,
but like it's already there.
Their own shitty,
Yeah.
broken way. So
They
far.
have the skin and bones for it.
yeah. You have Revan. You have all the Darth Bane stuff.
Right.
Oh, Revan's a tragedy. Tragedy.
All those could make 6 or 7 movies. But no, we got Solo instead, which I still haven't seen, by the way.
Me neither.
They just
I
put it
don't-
on
none of us have
Netflix
seen it.
recently, so I'm gonna watch it.
I'm still not gonna watch it.
I'm not sure, man. I heard it was terrible.
I've heard it's good. I've heard it's terrible. Same kind of thing with Last Jedi.
I've heard overwhelmed. Well, You see, I'm correct. But it does bother me that it doesn't look anything like any of the original characters.
Yeah,
That
that's
does
the
bother
thing that
me.
bothers me too. I wish it didn't, but
It's so weird. Like,
it's just because they're like those roles have become so iconic.
you don't touch that. That's sacred. That's like, what if they retconned the Bible? What if Jesus just got down?
Fuck it, do it.
Dude, what if Jesus was fucking 6'6" and jacked as fuck? Which I think he was.
And he,
6'7".
and he smelled like Axe body spray.
Hell yeah. He smelled like a god amongst men.
Instead of dying on the fucking cross, he just like broke it and then used the wood pieces to fight people. Just beating the shit out of the fucking
morphed into the
crusade.
cross.
Dude, the thing he just allowed that to happen. He could have at any time.
The Punisher did something similar to that in a comic one time. He was tied to this thick wooden post, and he broke the post with just his back.
That's fucking swole.
And then he beat the shit out of everybody and murdered them all.
Jesus, it's intense.
You only exist because we allow you to.
That
You
was
got me, Jesse.
That was a good album.
You got me, Jesse.
He does not.
Fuck. I don't have you. I don't remember.
You know the album it's from, right?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
The stage.
Do you want me to say it? Oh, yeah.
I don't remember the song.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, no. The song is fuck.
Is
Wait
what
a
it
minute.
is.
Wait a minute.
This is raw ass.
The simulation?
Yes, probably.
Raw ass.
+1 raw ass.
I could do that.
What else
Like-
were we gonna get into besides Star Wars?
Cryptids.
Cryptids. Little fucking night crawlers.
And you never know. Maybe sometimes on the Scrap Pile band podcast, you could talk about music sometimes. You know?
The Scrapcast.
That was like the first thing we talked about.
Yeah.
Top 5 favorite Abyss.
Jesus.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
I hate
The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is foot lettuce.
There's a
Imagine
fucking
the
dude on
horror.
YouTube that talks like that,
Yes.
It's Chills.
And-
It's Chill. His name is Chills.
bro. Number 13.
My name is Chills, and you can follow me on Instagram. You know that guy I sent you who like went to the worst rated hotel or whatever.
Yeah.
I sent it to you too.
Yeah.
Have you happened to see it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. He went to one of these hotels with Chills.
What the
The Chills, and he sounded normal.
So he just
Chills
does
sounded-
that then. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's his shtick.
He really wants to sound like this.
Oh, it's so. I
Number
hate it.
9, my brother. My brother had a mental breakdown and started breaking things and hitting me and my mom.
Jesus.
That was from his like top 15 fucking psychopaths or some shit.
What the fuck?
It was a meme.
I think Chills is a cryptid.
Probably. Isn't the way he looks?
He looks like a normal guy.
Exactly.
Isn't he like kind of fat?
Only at
I don't
first
know.
glance.
I haven't seen him.
Then what? Why would you say that?
Dude, no, but the fucking night crawlers. Is that what they were called?
I love
Yeah.
Nightcrawlers. Nightcrawlers are my favorite cryptid.
Hell yeah, dude.
Those
They're so
things are
fucking
crazy.
cool.
Like I would get Nightcrawler merch.
Yeah.
Hold on. I don't know why. I don't know how, but for some reason on Snapchat, I'm friends with this chick from fucking
Is she a Nightcrawler?
Puerto Rico.
Oh, I
or
know
some
her.
shit. And she fucking like I asked her if she can give me lore on like fucking cryptids out there, and she did, dude. And there's one that's like just the top half of a body.
Where's she from?
Bro, talk in the Chills voice.
No.
Wait.
Do it,
But
do it
before
for
you do
this.
it, where's
Do
she
it for
from?
this, bro.
I was like Puerto Rico or some shit.
Okay.
Like I can't remember
Alright.
really, but she said that
Oh no.
She told me.
that the top half of the monster would seek out pregnant women, cut their lower half, and attach the top half of the body to the lower half that's still pregnant and incubating. Later on, it will go into its lair.
All right, listen.
It'll go into its lair and fucking have the baby, but it's no longer a human baby. It's a fucking top half.
Oh.
It's fucking
So it's
crazy.
just a top half?
It's just the top half of a monster.
It
Whoa.
takes
And
babies.
It takes control of fucking pregnant women.
Oh, and your body.
and
you're dead.
It takes the lower body, with the part with the baby, takes it to a fucking lair, and then has the baby. But the baby's just the top half. It has no legs.
Oh, so it makes more of the thing.
Yeah, it makes
What?
more of the top half.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Could you imagine just a torso, arms, and head coming at you?
So
Dude,
was
I
it
love.
just
I
like-
love.
I can. His name is James. That's what I officially dubbed the name of the fucking no legs zombies and fucking Black Ops.
I love.
Every
him-
single one's is James.
I love imagining with these cryptids just like being like God of War style, just beating their shit.
What are Nightcrawlers though? I've never heard of them.
They're the little.
Oh,
They're
I'm
just
gonna show you-
legs.
I'm gonna show you the
with a head.
video.
They're really cool.
They're my
like-
favorite thing.
They're creepy.
I love them like I love Pikmin. I don't find them creepy. I love them. It's crazy. You know why? You know why, Jake? That I don't find them creepy.
Why?
Aside from the fact that I just like them, is that the one video where it had like an offspring with it. It had the baby with it.
That's the exact one. I'm gonna
Yeah,
pull up.
and it humanized it for me. It was like, oh, it's a mother.
Hell yeah.
The top half is a mother. You sympathize with that?
No.
Wait, so would the top half be genderless or a female?
Oh no, Root, go
Root.
away. Root, suck a dick.
With musician.
Yes, I hate that.
With musician, you can now play guitar
I'll,
like you've never played guitar before. For $15.
Number 9.
I'll throw this video up on top for everyone to see.
$15 an hour.
$15 an hour. You too
It's just
can
these.
have the cryptids on your
Oh, yeah, I've
website
seen these
every
things
night.
before.
Where they just walk.
Could
Look
you
at Jesse
imagine?
with his little tiny
Oh
head.
my god.
With his +1 raw ass.
Yeah, the way
Most
they
people
walk is so
say
weird.
with his +1 raw ass,
my
They
God.
remind
he
me-
has
whenever I see them, they
ass.
remind me of the
You have, like, his word
holographic little
choice.
ghosts you put up.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Rick said like what they could be, and it's the most like plausible
It's just
is
an
like
animatronic.
yeah.
But I don't want to. Who wants to believe that?
Yeah.
Dude,
That's lame.
where's animatronics in movies these days?
Oh my god.
They
But
have
the
no,
thing-
they have no idea what just happened.
But the
'Cause
thing
it's
is
just
like
another mic.
I know.
it moves so fluid and oh my
Yeah,
god.
that movement's way too fluid to be animatronic.
You
There,
want-
there has to be a lot of machinery in that thing.
You underestimate my
possible.
power.
I have the high ground.
It's the most
Don't drop.
plausible. Otherwise, I cannot explain it.
Unless it's just totally digitally
Genuine.
Unless it's the
created.
Nightcrawlers.
Yeah, unless it's just
Oh
Nightcrawlers.
yeah, that's the best option.
But
I
like,
wanna
what
meet a
are they?
Nightcrawler.
Their walking
I want to.
legs
I want to shake their hand.
attached to a head.
Dude, Jake and I were talking about like if we just like saw one and we were driving home and we saw one on Kyron's long ass road.
It would be creepy.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
on top of that, like we're driving and we see it like in our rear view.
No
It's just
sir.
fucking sprinting at us, dude.
Wait. Oh wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't know
With
how I
its
feel
long
about
ass
that.
fucking legs and
I don't.
And it catches up to you, and what does it do?
Yeah.
I don't fucking.
Don't-
know
you
what
leave
that
it
is.
there.
It needs +1 raw ass.
Oh. and then it gets like the tag over it.
Yeah, it gets a plus.
Just stops and asks if you need help.
Hey, you guys are looking a little bit lost.
You
dropped
finally,
this-
you finally fucking park, and it's like, hey,
I've been trying
I
to
was
catch
trying
up to
yeah, I
you.
was trying to catch up to you. You fucking took off, you fucking dick.
Like my
You
car
dropped
broke
this,
down.
by the way.
You got $5 I can borrow.
Do you have a quarter?
I need about $3.50.
No, I'm not gonna use it on 6.
Just roll down the window. It's like, you know what that lock this mom said to me? It's a tree fitting. Tree fitting.
About that time, I realized this was no Girl Scout. This was this was a 3-story, 3,000-pound monster from the Cretaceous period.
Oh, that monster.
What the fuck? This is the Loch Ness monster.
I fucking love that episode, man.
Dude, that's the best gag South Park's
Pop's,
ever had.
Pop's parents is the fucking best. Or chefs.
Yeah, chef.
What the fuck just happened?
Rick got little cold toes.
But yeah, just imagine we're fucking
You
we're
little
going and then
pig.
we see that.
That would be really creepy.
Do you two guys have any paranormal experiences you'd like to share?
We'll start with me because I'm it'd be faster. No.
It would be. Mine's fucking creepy.
Let me start off with the question: Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
I want to believe.
Same.
Okay, well then let's hear your experience and see why you don't.
Alright, Rick.
All right,
You said you wanted to go first?
Oh.
+1 rise.
No, I only said first because I've had no paranormal experiences. But I want to believe just because everybody keeps talking about the damn paranormal experiences, and I've never had one. And you know, I just feel like some stale bread, you know.
That's how I am.
All right, so I've had this, but I don't know. A lot of logical fucking explanations could be had.
A lot of love.
A lot of love could be had.
I love love.
So, y'all remember? I know y'all three remember the trailer I used to live in down here, right?
Yep.
Out over there on Glenville Road.
Yep.
Like I used to live in the last trailer. Like literally, if you walked out the back door, you could see this backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where I lived. Indeed. It was flag season, my guy.
I'm blocking out that name.
Shout out, old girl.
Shout out.
Shout out +1 raw ass.
Hey.
But so it was just me. My parents left to go get fucking groceries and shit, and I was fucking passed the fuck out. When
Look
they
at
did.
Rick.
I woke up fucking thirsty, so obviously I
Went to
walk
the
out,
room, and they're in front of the
go
heat.
down the hallway from my room leading to the living room, and then there was the bar, and then the fucking kitchen. So I went to the fridge to look for something, but before I got to the fridge, there was like a shadow, like just like fucking character locked, like just straight black. Like that's the best I could describe it. And it was just fucking standing there right in front of the fridge, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, maybe I should go back to the room. So I turn around, and I try to go to the room, and there's one blocking the fucking hallway that leads to my door. So I was like, shit. So I like fucking scared, obviously. So I like try to turn around to like get to the back door at least, because it's like right next to the fridge. But I bump into one of them, and it was like so fucking cold. Like for the instant I hit it, it was so fucking cold, and I just like fell to the floor. And then like when I look up to look at it, like I didn't look up immediately, dude. I was like fucking scared to look. I was like, man, this is fucking fucked. Like what the fuck is going on? And then like I slowly look up, dude, and there's like fucking like 6 or 7 of them just fucking surrounding me in a circle, like literally about to jump me into a gang. And fucking I was like, fuck this shit. And I just remember closing my eyes and like huddling, and then like I just felt them like hovering over me, like just staring at me, just like bent over. And then I woke up to my mom unlocking the door with a bag of groceries.
Oh, so you just like passed out there?
I guess so.
We looked this up, and other people have had these experiences. I don't remember the reasons that they gave. It was probably demons and stuff, but
Demons.
I know one other explainable instance where you see shadowy figures is sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I had sleep paralysis before, but it was a long time ago.
But you were up and around.
Yeah, that's
what's
the
different.
weird part. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was asleep in the fucking room, in the fucking bed and shit. And I got up and walked around, and then sleep paralysis. I don't know. I don't remember ever sleepwalking. My younger sister's done it before, Embryo. Shout out +1 raw ass. That's her Instagram, by the way, if you want to follow her.
That raw ass bill.
Oh my god.
That raw ass bill.
But she sleptwalked a lot, dude.
Really?
Like a fucking lot. And then she would like speak too. And there was one time it really tripped me out because she was fucking sleepwalking, and she's like, but what about the ice cream man? And then like we're watching a movie, and then like I didn't know she fucking fell asleep during the fucking movie. And then she's just like, what about the ice cream man? I was like, what fucking ice cream man? And then she's like, the one in the white fucking suit. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, we're watching Batman, by the way. Fucking
Oh god.
yeah, we're watching the trilogy, the fucking Christian Bale.
Ooh.
And I was like, there's no fucking ice cream man. What are you talking about? All white suit? And I was like, what the hell? And then she's like, he came by earlier. And that's when I got fucking freaked out. And I stood up and I like fucking looked at her like, what are you? And then her fucking eyes are closed. And I was like, oh shit, all right, whatever.
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
That's fucking weird.
But yeah, dude, she sleptwalked and fucking talked in her sleep a lot. And then, there was another instance. My fucking cousin, Baby Joe. Joe Romero.
Joe
I was gonna say,
The boy.
Joe Remembro, but I was gonna say like Joe Romero. You remember him, right?
Yeah.
He fucking fell asleep in the same apartment as the ice cream man one, and we're watching fucking what's it called, Ghost Rider, and I didn't know he fell asleep, and then he just like stands up like like frantically like walking around the room, just like waving his hands at his head. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, you're all right? And he's like, it fucking burns. I was like, what? And then he's like, it burns. Like, it fucking burns, bro. He's like, it burns. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he's just like running around the apartment, bro, just like waving his hands on his head and just like yelling it burns. And then my parents come out, and then my dad's like, just wake his ass up. And then my mom's like, no, you're not supposed to wake up a sleepwalker. It could fuck him up or whatever. And then so she like took him to the kitchen sink and like sprinkled water on his head, and it helped. And then he woke up, and I was like, bro, what the fuck was that? And he's like, what? He didn't remember, dude. But I assume he fell asleep watching Ghost Rider, and that's what happened.
Right.
Like, it just like synced into his brain.
Nice.
His head was fucking on fire.
Yeah, dude. That's fucking crazy, dude.
That's funny.
But yeah,
So back to the
I'd never sleptwalked before.
what?
Because I was talking about how I have never sleptwalked before, but other people in my family have.
Oh, so okay. So then sleepwalking was out of the question. Maybe, possibly.
Possibly. I've never done it before.
I mean,
could've
like,
done
did you
it.
have anything else that could explain it away?
Did you have anything?
I had
You can trust us.
raw cones.
Excuse me.
$2.99 for
Oh.
a pack of 2.
Ah,
Raw cones, a healthier option. Not a plug, by the way.
sounds like a plug.
Not sponsored.
Sounds like a sponsor.
Them
I
raw
guarantee it.
ass cones.
For a limited time only, you can get +1 raw cones.
This is a commercial.
This is a commercial.
Oh my god.
+1.
Well,
Plus
Raw
one
ass.
raw ass. $2.99. Now coming to your local Walmart. Top 15. No,
That's enough chills. Wait, who else has had paranormal activity? Me and Jake haven't.
These two have.
Karen and I have.
Maybe if we try hard enough, we could pretend that this situation
Oh,
was
hold
paranormal.
up.
we
I remember-
could stretch the truth.
remember, I'm pretty sure you would. I think both of y'all were there. Maybe, yeah, Rick was there too. We went to fucking. We went to fucking Handles and we drank, and then was sharing about how like she couldn't fucking breathe, and she woke up in the middle of the night, she couldn't breathe. It felt like somebody was pushing on her chest.
Who?
And then Lynn. And then she fucking looked up in the corner of the fucking room, and then like some fucking figure was like just like not attached to the wall, but like it had nails and dug into the fucking corner and just like ninja lurking in the fucking corner of the top room.
Yeah,
That sounds like
that
sleep
sounds
paralysis.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say they're religious, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
Lynn-
pretty.
Lynn's like heavily religious.
They're into like all the spirituality and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that sounds like classic sleep paralysis.
Dude, I had.
But like it kind of spooked me when she told me that, because like I had mine too, and she's like family, so I was like, oh shit, are we cursed?
I had sleep paralysis once. So like 20 years into my life, I get sleep paralysis for the first time, just randomly. And how did it go? Of course, it was dark, like it always is. I didn't see any figures, thankfully, but I was trying to like pick up any of my limbs. I was trying to yell and scream, and I couldn't. And it felt like something. The only thing that I experienced, any like kind of illusion or something, was something. For some reason, I was convinced that something was swiping at me. It was like fake punching at me,
Oh, wow.
like it was mocking me.
I don't know why, but I thought about Sableye doing that.
Sableye.
The Pokemon Sableye.
But the way it was going was like I was trying real hard to get up, and for some reason, my weird twisted logic in that moment when I started hearing something going like, and I can't remember if it laughed at me or not, but it was going like that's all it was. And then for some reason in my mind that went, it was mocking me because I couldn't move. And then I eventually woke up and I was like, oh dude. And then I went to Instagram and you remember that bird creature, that Japanese bird creature with the really twisted smile.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw it was a fucking screamer.
Oh my god. So that,
Yeah, right after that, and I was just pissed off. I was just like, dude, I fucking hate you. I think I unfollowed whoever that was.
that's bullshit.
But the fucking swiping noises and the laughing, like I immediately thought like fucking Dan from Street Fighter.
All right, Jesse.
Well, I want to get back to yours because yours is very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
About the shadows. It's the most interesting I've heard in a while.
Dude, I don't know, man. It was fucking spooky.
The most logical is definitely you were just sleepwalking.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty intense dream.
Fucking sleep paralysis combo.
Maybe not sleep paralysis.
The fucking figures.
You were just sleepwalking. But you're not religious, and you do.
I'm not religious at all, and I don't believe in. I'm not fucking satanic or anything, but I'm not religious, but I won't knock your religion. So like, if somebody sneezes, I'll tell them God bless you. When my family says fucking grace, I'll say amen. I'll do it with them.
Mm-hmm. But you kind of more or less, you welcome spirits, and such.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't really care.
So then also why, I mean, if it wasn't like sleepwalking, that was real then. Like why, is it because it's the possibility that it was sleepwalking that you don't believe?
I think, yeah, because, I don't know, growing up, every time I would say something, my brother would always give me, like, a logical explanation, and then my dad, of course, so, like, I just always, I had it basically ingrained in my head that there's a logical explanation for everything.
Right.
Like, honestly, I never knew that when I was a kid, like, fucking refrigerators scared the fuck out of me, dude. I had no idea they fucking had motors and fucking shit in them, so every time it just, like, start up and just, like, make that low rumbling noise, I got fucking scared, bro. I got out of there. No more late night snacks for me. And then, like, just the house shifting when it's, like, hot or cold.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that shit always scared me as a kid.
The creaking and everything.
Yeah. And then, like, fucking how the dark plays tricks on you.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just, like, sit there and you double take at something in the next room over, but the next room's, like, completely dark. You can't see shit, and it looks like somebody. And then you wake up the next morning, and it's just, like, a fucking hat and a jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's, like, always a logical explanation for everything.
Right. This was pretty intense though. Like you had your one by the fridge, then your one by the hallway, and then you had like 6 or 7 over you.
Well, I was thinking it's like the most terrible plot twist ever. It was all a dream.
Yeah. But
that's the worst thing.
Sleepwalking, yeah.
Yeah, like maybe I sleptwalked from the fucking room to the middle of the fucking room and just passed out, and the rest was a fucking dream. It's just like my mind made a connection to like.
Well, I mean, when
did you wake up? You said you woke up in the living room or something, right?
Yeah, I woke up in
We'll see.
So what I'm thinking, like, I woke up in the bed, walked to the living room, and then like I went back to sleep and I just like fell to the floor. But like my mind made the connection. Like I went to the fridge. I tried to go back, and then
you probably did all that stuff, but you were just dreaming while you were doing it. But
sleepwalking.
You actually like walked back and forth and thought these things were happening, and then you went down to the floor, and then that's why you just woke up. It was because the dream was over.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know how sleepwalking works. So I don't know.
I don't think anybody really does.
That is pretty bizarre.
I more or less just think sleepwalking.
It is bizarre.
You're sleeping and then.
Usually, I did a quick check, and usually when people talk about shadow people, they talk about whenever you move from one side of the room to the other, you look to the one side of the room, you might see like something you think to be a person.
Oh, yeah.
Something you think to be a person, but that's not what was happening.
Yeah,
he was looking straight at
totally
it.
Different.
So it's different.
So
that happens to me a lot, dude. Like I swear I see like something move, and it's not always out of the corner of my eye. It's like barely out of my peripheral. Like I'll be like looking at like a fucking handle, and then like just behind the desk, I swear I would see something move.
Yeah,
that happens to me a lot too. But then what I brought it down is to like if you, I don't know how many people can do it, but like sometimes I could just like stare into space and then like I could see like the fucking like really small hairs and dirt that's like on like the film of the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then like I just figure it's that like all the time.
Well, I have in my room, the door doesn't close, so it's always a little open. And then across from my room is the bathroom, and that door is usually open. And then so inside the bathroom it's dark, but then it has a white frame. So anytime I walk past my like the opening of my door, it goes from white to black because of the way those colors are there. And then I always think it's something there, but it's just because I'm passing.
Mm-hmm.
So
contrasting colors.
Right. was gonna say another thing though too, is if you were sleepwalking, the thing is, you've walked to the fridge many times in the house,
Yeah.
so muscle memory.
True.
Like that's just the thing. A lot of people do that, no problem.
Yeah.
Like there was a time I slept on. This was years, maybe I was like 7 or 8. And I just barely remember this too. I was in
That
my
means
house
it's
with
made
my
up.
room or some shit. And
Guy's a liar.
Number 15.
And I don't know where I was asleep at. Room probably. Duh. And I woke up and I was like outside getting my backpack out of my dad's car because apparently I was gonna get some books. And my mom was like outside and she like woke me up and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Where am I? Why am I outside?"
What the fuck?
So yeah, I mean, I got up and I walked outside and was going to like our van at the time.
I'll tell you what happened. You teleported.
Probably.
This is the most plausible explanation right here.
The most.
You get teleported. It can only be.
I'm telling you, there's nothing else.
I don't remember ever sleepwalking.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever sleptwalked.
I haven't.
Like, so far, the only instance of sleepwalking I'm having is probably that one. The spook.
Sleep paralysis is the closest I've ever had to any interesting thing.
Never had that either.
But mine was quick and it was softcore.
See, I don't ever remember sleepwalking, but there were a couple times when I was a lot younger when I would wake up and I was flipped around in my bed. Like, I'd sleep head to toe from left to right, and then I would wake up in the middle of the night and I'd be flipped around.
Yeah.
That would
just
be
be like-
me sometimes too.
I'll tell you what, you moved.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I got up, walked around, and then laid back in the bed backwards, or if I just shifted around in the bed in my sleep.
I think I did that like once or twice.
That-
I was like, the
I think that happens whenever
remember-
you wake up for just a little bit, but then you're so sleepy because like you don't really remember things when you're sleepy.
Yeah.
You know, apparently, like my dad will call me, and he's we've talked about this. He'll call me like at a reasonable time, 10 a.m. or
And
something.
he'd just be like, "Hey, Jesse, it's me, your dad.
I'd be like, "Hey,
Oh,
Dad."
hey, Dad.
It's me, your Jesse."
And he'll be like, so and so, referring to like the conversation we had, and apparently we talked the whole conversation. And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Remember this morning we were talking about this and that?" And I'm like, "What? For real?" He's like, "Yeah, don't you remember?" I'm like, "No, I don't." So like I'll have full on conversations. So apparently while I'm like in a half awake state.
REM sleep.
It's crazy.
I've had that happen to me a couple times, but they were never like at length conversations.
Jesse just doesn't pay attention to his dad.
Jesse hates his
rip
dad.
fathers.
No. That's
Top
not-
15
that's
people
not
who
true.
hate their dad. Number 15, Jesse.
I'm at the bottom of the list. That's alright.
What's that paranormal, Jesse? Let me hear it. And Kieran, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I talked about this in the last one. So, we
Speed read.
were. Check this out. All right, house ghost done. Out.
Nice.
Damn.
Cool, right?
That's fucking spooky.
Dude,
bro.
I'm
it was-
scared right now.
So it really did all that. Though.
Yes.
I'm shivering.
Damn. Dude,
Did y'all see that?
that was so spooky, dude. My toes are cold.
Ooh,
I think it's happening
I'm just-
right now.
I'm
My
just
ass is
cold right
cold.
now.
Oh my god.
It's cold.
So we were working at this house, and what we were doing is we were putting like kind of like a backsplash along like a tub wall, like a bathroom
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. And we were all in there. It was me, my brother, my sister-in-law, and my dad.
Wait,
And
what
we're-
about us? You said we were all there.
Lying already.
Plot twist.
Shit, you're on to me.
We see through your deceptions.
And so yeah, it's us four in that bathroom. We were working, and
Uh-oh.
this was night. We were working late, maybe like 2, 3 in the morning, and we had all the doors locked and everything, so no one was in the house. It was like a 2-story house also, and the next thing we hear this elderly woman call out to
I hate old
us.
people. I hate old people.
No kidding. So she calls out to us and she says, "Y'all still there?" And you know, we were all looking at each other like, did you hear that? And we're
Because
like,
you guys are in the house?
yeah.
You got to stay in the house?
Oh no.
Okay.
No way.
I got excited.
So yeah, we were like, you heard that, right? He was like, yeah. It was like a woman speaking. What? You know, we were like, freaked out. You know, of course. And so my brother he was like, we're different. Get the fuck out of here.
We could finish the job tomorrow.
Yeah. So we left right after that because it's weird. We all heard it, and some lady just called out to us.
Yeah. Oh, my dad worked a job out here, repainting houses, and he said he was working with my uncle Bug, and he went to one house, and what they had to repaint was the walls and the ceilings, because there were hoof prints. Yeah, I told you about this. There were hoof prints leading from like a basement, like along the side of the walls, like on the side of the wall leading up to the ceiling, going to the master bedroom, and walking down the master bedroom ceiling or wall and ceiling, like right up next to the side of the master bed. They had to repaint all that, and he said that the woman that lived there was like, yeah, this is like the 5th time we had to call painters out here. Like, we even removed the carpet and got new carpet and everything. And these fucking hoof prints were burned into the wall.
Whoa, wait a minute.
I was going to make a joke about killing flies, but it doesn't work anymore.
But yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Because the footprint that's probably still on my house on the ceiling from killing a wasp.
Oh, dude.
With the hitting it with the shoe.
That footprint is the shape of a size 9 Converse. You're welcome.
Jeez. That's what the fuck, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But yeah, I brought that up because, you know, y'all were working at a house that had spooky stuff. And then my dad told me about that, so.
Connect the dots. Wake up. Stay woke.
Hashtag stay woke.
Hashtag +1 rise.
Commercial.
Yeah, I've never experienced anything like that ever.
I mean, I've heard a lot of stories.
Yeah, I've heard tons of stories. There was this one story, one of the creepier ones I heard when I was younger. It was God damn it.
Oh,
3 a.m.
Oh, shit.
It's the witching hour.
It's
Here
the
comes
hour.
fucking jingle.
It's the hour to get most lit.
It's the witching hour now.
If I hear this later on,
The witching hour is
If I
basically
hear
when
this
we're
when I-
out and about.
if I hear this music when I go back to Houston, boy, I tell you. I'm coming back here and I'm destroying this fucking clock. It's just gonna burn.
It's gonna burn.
If you can.
I like this clock. It makes me sad.
That scares
Oh my
me.
god.
I'm crying.
Sad boy. Sad boy, Rick. You fucking done yet, you piece
No,
of
it's-
shit. I hate Christmas music.
Dude, I
Hey,
love
you
Christmas. I heard
hate
that
it.
you don't like Christmas.
I don't like Christmas.
I heard that you do not like Christmas.
Christmas is
Well,
terrible.
I want to get.
I'm
I
so
wanna get,
sad.
I want to get to that after Kyron though.
Well, we
But
still
not
gotta wait
liking
for this.
Christmas?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
over.
why
It's
he
over.
hates Christmas.
All right,
Nice.
Karen, let's go. Your paranormal story, and then Jake's story that he was about to tell.
Your Paranorman story.
Your paranormal story, Karen.
My mom told me that way back in the day, I was probably like in the 2nd grade, and my youngest sister, she was just born, and she was probably like old enough to be able to be brought home and shit.
So like a couple days.
Yeah, so my mom had her like laid on the couch or whatever.
Oh, you told me about that.
While she went to go take a shower or something, and she had her like just on the couch, and she had the coffee table like pushed up against the couch, like in case she rolled off or whatever or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
just safety precaution, I guess. And she said after she got out of the shower or whatever, that she was just spread out on a blanket, like the blanket was spread out in the middle of the floor of the living room, and she was just laying on it.
That's
a
something
cool
else.
That's a cool ass ghost.
That's something else. I don't. What really bothers me
That's intense.
is
Whoa.
children. Things
Oh, yeah.
happening to children.
Yeah.
I hate children, but I don't. but I don't want anything bad to happen to them.
I hate children. Fuck,
Jesus.
I'll tell you what I hate. I hate babies. I love toddlers and everything from up there, but I fucking hate babies.
I hate babies too.
They scare the fuck out of me, dude. I don't know how to handle a baby.
They're way too fragile.
They never shut the fuck up. And like they're just draining. Dude, they fucking drain you, bro.
Oh, I thought you meant like they leak. They leak.
They're fucking. They drain, bro. They
Oh,
leak
yeah,
all
dude.
over the place.
Most definitely.
Some liquids.
All right. Proceed to final paranormal stories.
Oh yeah, there was a friend of mine. Everybody was telling ghost stories while I was at his house, and his dad said that there was a time when he was in Mexico, and he was at a bar, and then he was walking back home down the street, and it was like a normal kind of rural sidewalk kind of thing, kind of like Eagle Lake has here, and there was street lights like every few yards or whatever. And he said that he walked past this guy that was standing under a street light, and he just had like a bowler type hat and then like a trench coat, but the guy was all cast in shadow, like he couldn't see any of his features. He just kind of looked black.
He was locked.
Yeah, he was locked character. And he walked past him, and he said hi to him, and the guy didn't say anything. He just had his hands in his pockets, and then he kept walking, and he turned around and looked, and that the same guy was at every streetlight that he passed, and that he got freaked out, and he yelled at the guy, and he's like, "What the fuck do you want?" And he said that the guy got down on his elbows and knees and started crawling at him.
Oh shit!
What the
nah.
fuck?
Whoa.
That's fucking spooky, bro.
And he said he turned and ran and never looked back until he got to his
Hell
house and
yeah,
locked the
dude!
door.
I would have turned tail and fucking bugged it to the next state, dude.
That image freaks me out, being on
Yeah,
elbows and knees.
And he's teleporting and shit.
Yeah.
And then like what's worse about that is like I have like terrible knees, so that shit would hurt.
Yeah, right.
So
He said
for
he was
that
on-
guy
he
to
said
be
he was
doing
on
that,
every street light though.
Yeah.
Not all at the same time, but like he would pass
Oh.
a street light.
shit,
and
dude,
then-
that'd be fucking worse.
Yeah, that'd be
I
worse.
thought that was like
multiple
No.
multiple
Whoa, bro.
dudes getting down on
I thought
elbows
that's
and
what you
knees.
meant.
Okay,
And then he yelled at them all.
yeah.
What the fuck do y'all want?
He passed him the first time, and then he got to the next street light, and he turned around and looked, and the guy was there. Then he got to the next street light, he turned around and looked, and the guy was at the one he just passed every time in like the
Yeah,
same
so he was
pose. just
basically
standing
like following him.
there.
Yeah.
And then he yelled at him, and then the guy just gets on his elbows and knees, just like slowly gets down to the ground on elbows and knees and just crawls at him.
That's fucking.
Yeah, that's
I
creepy.
don't know.
Because like,
Like,
okay, if you try to think rationally about how he would be able to be at every like light post or whatever, he'd have to make some sound to be quicker than the whoever was telling the
Right.
story. So how did he get there quietly and faster than him? That's pretty spooky.
Yeah.
So you don't know how he did it.
And then secondly, why would that be a mode of transportation for him?
Yeah, he was going easy on him. He was going easy on him. I'll give you a chance, buddy.
Yeah.
You don't know how powerful I am.
Yeah, I have no idea how legitimate that story is, but I always thought it was creepy.
That's a great story.
intense.
It's pretty fucking creepy.
Whoa.
But
Just imagining that.
yeah.
I don't want to.
But I just want to say we talked about cryptids for like 2 seconds.
That's all right.
I had a dream that Jesse didn't have a head.
Oh my god. I actually told that was weird. He told me, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh man.
Dude, I
Headless
had
cheese.
one of the weirdest dreams I ever had. To preface this, I only listened to the Mobamba. I only heard the Mobamba song like twice.
Mo Bamba.
Or
Hold it. Wait.
that's Sheck West, right?
Yes.
All right. So my dream was I was in the passenger side of my brother's car, and he was talking to my sister, and then I was on my phone, and out of nowhere, I yelled, "Fuck, shit, bitch." I'm young Sheck West, and I'm getting really rich. But like, I've only heard the song like twice, and I absolutely did not pay attention to the fucking lyrics.
Hey, that's like the best part of the song, dude.
And then like,
It's the only part of the song.
and then
That's
like,
the
dude,
song.
And then when I was like saying like "fuck shit bitch," I was yelling it out loud, and then like I was fucking serious, and then my siblings look over, and then when I said I'm young Sheck West, I'm getting really rich, we all busted out laughing. But like the weirdest thing is like that's a plausible scenario. That's not too
Yeah.
crazy of a dream. Like that's the weirdest dream I've ever had.
That's the weirdest dream you've ever had.
What is this about the headless drummer?
When we were at Jesse's house, or wherever we were at, I believe we were at Jesse's house in his kitchen, and fucking, I don't know, he, like, imagine he just doesn't have a forehead, like the skull is gone, and it's just,
Right?
like, deflated, like his,
Oh my god.
it's just
What
down.
the fuck?
But he still has, like, eyes and, like, his face.
So he looks like
And-
those how do you call them? They're not retarded. They're not mental. It's like the physical deformities
Oh,
when
yeah.
their skull is misshapen.
Pretty much, and I was like, I like touched it. I was like, Jesse, you don't have a head. and he was like,
Let me tell you what happened.
Bro, could you say that he had a dent on his head?
I mean, it fucking looked like he had just got it got scooped out. Is the best I can say.
Oh, that ice cream commercial.
Let me tell you what happened, dude. Let me tell you what happened.
uh-uh,
Jesse was wearing a camouflage ball cap.
Of course.
That makes all
That's
the
what it
sense.
was.
True.
There you go, Karen. Anyway,
Ice cream commercial.
this ice cream commercial. It's from like
I've
Germany
seen it.
or something.
I've seen it.
This is really
It's from
weird.
like
I think
Germany
you
or
showed
something.
it to me too.
And the idea is like this guy's just made out of the ice cream that they're advertising, and he's making like his eyes are wide open, he's smiling a lot, and again he's all covered in ice cream, you know, like no hair showing, no skin showing. He's supposed to be an ice cream man, and he's just doing that, and there's no music, or if there is music, it makes it creepier. What I'm about to say, it slowly zooms out, and at first you can tell he's eating some ice cream. Like, okay, he's eating the ice cream, but it zooms out, and he's scooping the ice cream off of his own head, and he's eating like himself, and there's just like no music, or it's like creepy music, and he's got his eyes wide open, and he's just smiling the whole time. Yeah, and it's like, what kind of ad is that?
You could hear everything too, like from the fucking suction of the spoon off the ice cream.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they had that sound
That is
design.
weird.
I know. I said there was gonna be the final ghost stories, but here's the last one because I just remember this. Omar told us a story. Remember?
I will probably remember as soon as you start saying it.
I think these stories are the creepiest when there's a group of people and they all experience the
Oh,
same
wait.
thing. So it's not like, oh, it's just you, or oh, it's just a few people, or you were just scared. Well, Omar told this story
Yeah.
about how his whole family was there for like a get together
Yeah, I remember
at his house. And his whole family was there, everybody,
Mhm.
and that they kept hearing knocking at the window, just knocking like over and over again. They're like, you know, what was that? And then they were just like, they just ignored it, I guess, the first time. Then it happened again, and so a few of them went out and checked to see what it was, and they looked all around the house. They live in a trailer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And they looked all around the trailer, and there's nobody there. There's nothing there. And then they went back in, and then the knocking happened again, but this time on the front door. And so I guess they didn't want to mess with it, or did they go out again that time?
They searched again. They opened up the front door and they just looked around. They didn't go around the whole fucking building. They just looked around like, who the fuck, and then they went back inside.
And that was the whole family.
Whoa.
The whole family.
They didn't see anything. And then to add on to it, there is now a cross hanging from the inside door.
Yeah.
The inside of the house on that door. Ever since then.
You gotta keep the spirits out.
Yeah, keep the
Bad juju
better
out.
better safe than sorry.
Keeping the knocking out.
The packing.
The knocking.
Reminds me of Tariko.
All right, we got Scrooge over here.
Yeah. Let's hear
We
it,
got Scrooge
McDuck.
over here. What don't you like about Christmas?
I don't like the decorations.
I love the
I
decorations.
don't like the music.
I love the
is
music.
Solid.
Fuck the music.
And I don't like the gift giving.
Okay, that's
Giving
kind of
is
lame.
cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty lame.
All right. Plot twist. What I hate about Christmas is everything. It's all based
Everything
on
is solid.
Pagan. It's pagan.
It's all based on a guy who wrote a book, and it's all hearsay. So I don't like
You guys, or Sal's missing the point. I don't know about Jake, but Sal's missing the point.
I just don't.
Just have fun. You don't need a reason to get together with the boys. Have a good time. All right.
Well, yeah, but okay, look.
People don't need a reason to make their house look pretty and have
But
pretty
here-
lights
Here's the thing, though.
and be happy.
Fucking-
Be happy for a month.
Yeah.
My family, though. Like, every Christmas I spent was with my family besides the one I spent with you and yours, because I was living with you. They get drunk, dude. And when my family gets drunk, they get fucking wild.
Folded everywhere.
Not even joking, dude. Okay, so one time, it was just a small get-together at the same trailer that I lived out over here. They were drinking. My tia Susie came over, and my Uncle Mario was there. My Uncle Mario just got a brand new fucking car.
Nice.
My tia fucking backed up trying to get out of the parking lot, and my Uncle Mario was parked like 10, 15 feet away, he said. And then she just straight hit the fucking side to, like, the seam where the driver's side door closes, and the fucking hinge of the back seat fucking passenger door, I guess.
Yeah.
She fucking hit it, dude. And they were drunk. And then when Mario like heard the noise, he came out and he was like, "What the fuck? My absolutely brand new car. It was only like a week old, dude."
My absolutely brand new car.
It was like a fucking week old. But he's like, "You're gonna fucking pay for this," and then she's like, "I ain't paying for shit," and then like slapped the fuck out of him. Like,
That's
first of all, you hit the dude's car. Why the fuck would you slap him? Bro?
Right?
Hold on. Okay. First off, I mean that's all bad, but they're drunk.
But still,
This is why you don't drink, guys.
But look,
Stay safe.
Okay, so
stay smart.
So fucking my uncle Mario called the police, right? She fucking hit his car and assaulted him, and all the police had to say was, "It's a fucking it's not like a fucking public thing. Like, it has to be between the family." I forgot what it was called.
A domestic issue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it was just like
that makes no sense.
they have to figure it out.
That doesn't
Lazy.
sound-
Lazy.
Yeah, that sounds
Honestly,
strange.
that's lazy.
And that's Eagle Lake Police Department for you.
Yeah, fuck.
Not a plug.
Fuck the police. That's the plug.
Absolutely.
That's the plug.
The opposite of a plug.
I'm also
how do you
gonna take
a-
that out.
What's they take when you take it out?
There's 3 things I hate in this
people
world:
not.
cops, school bus drivers, and Christmas.
School bus drivers.
Let me
So
tell
what if
you-
there's a cop
Wait.
who moonlights as a school bus driver on Christmas, and he's singing,
I'll shoot
and
him
he
in the
decorate-
fucking face.
he decorates his bus.
Oh yeah.
I'll choke him to death with my bare hands.
Local policeman stabbed 321 times.
365 times.
But yeah, so after that, dude, the police fucking left, and so did she. Never gave him money, never gave him anything, and it's so terrible because he still brings it up because
Of course
the
he-
fucking damages were like $500 with the damages because she fucking hit it hard because she was fucking drunk, and it was he had a car. I don't know.
A car.
But she had a fucking SUV,
Yeah.
and she just like full on drunk rammed into the fucking side of that car, dude.
I mean, she had a bus.
Yeah, she had a fucking bus, dude.
Plot twist. she had the Metro bus.
Oh my god. She had to get to her job.
But
See, well, okay, it's more.
so like now they absolutely hate each other. I don't know why she hates him.
I'd fucking
He has
too.
good reason to hate her, but she has like absolutely no reason to hate him. So like they never get the family get-togethers.
That's
ever.
when you discommunicate people like that from your life. That
Shit,
lady,
I already did. I don't fuck with anybody but my siblings.
anytime there's someone like that, that's just take responsibility for your actions. And then on top of that, you're not going to take responsibility. Then you're going to get mad about it.
Yeah.
You're living in your own little world.
That's
little
ridiculous.
And the thing is, dude, she's like super religious. She's like hella
Oh,
fucking
no.
Christian.
Mm.
That's another reason why I don't believe is because like
The hypocrite
there's just
shit.
so many fucking people like that.
I mean, there's
and it's
always
terrible.
bad apples, but
Yeah. Well, there's a ton of bad apples.
everywhere
That
though.
that
I mean,
makes it. Well, it just
wherever
it
you go.
specifically makes.
A rotten apple will ruin a bunch.
They just make Christianity look so bad. I was talking to my brother about this not too long ago.
Catholicism.
So that's the thing, though. That's the thing. You don't hear about the good Christians because they're not doing anything.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
And there's another bad Christian and my fucking grandma, dude. She's
Uh-oh.
to this day she still slanders my mother's name, and she passed away a couple of years ago. Y'all know that. And she still talks shit about my mom.
That's not good.
But she like every time we're around, like, oh, y'all know y'all can come to me for anything, this and that. Like, y'all know I love y'all. If y'all need a place to stay, I'm here for y'all. I'm just a walk down the street. And like, but when we leave, we'd fucking hear from my uncle, my mom's brother, like fucking my grandma talking shit.
Is this the potential grandmother that could feed us?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, it's also the grandmother who poisoned my sister's dog.
Oh,
maybe
Jesus.
you don't want that grandmother feeding
I
you.
don't. Yeah, I'm having second guesses now.
And it scares me because I'm her favorite. I don't know what that says, but
Don't
I
do
wanna
anything
go
wrong.
over it. Yeah, I don't go over
Well,
there.
okay. Well, hold on. Like, that's. It's totally. It's wrong that she, slanders your mother's name and all that. But
She also still hates my dad.
Oh, well, he's alive. So.
Yeah, but like my dad does so much for us. Like, how could you still hate this guy?
Well,
I don't know.
isn't he in like prison?
Well, yeah, because he took the rap for my uncle, my grandmother's baby.
See, that's why you excommunicate. No one's taking the rap for anybody because those people are away.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
like, I mean, there must have been a reason that she didn't like your mom.
Yeah, but you don't hold
And
on to
I'll
it
tell
even
you-
after death, and then you don't talk
Yeah.
about people behind their back. That's two-faced.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
while
but
they're
okay,
still
but
passed
but
away.
see, the thing is,
I said
it-
while they're still
it's-
passed
I
away.
wasn't gonna say anything. I wasn't
Oh,
gonna
she'll
say
be back
anything.
later.
yeah, season 2.
Season 2.
I'm down.
Um,
She was just on
but
hiatus.
she doesn't have anything against you.
But I mean, no, it's not. I didn't say she had anything against me. It's just the
Yeah.
fact that she's like a bad Christian, and it
Well,
ruins it. Ruined it.
You
for
know,
me.
you're not supposed to like Christians are. Religious people are supposed to be
It's all about forgiveness. That's like the bare
forgiveness,
backbone
yeah,
of Christianity.
and
is
tolerance,
forgiveness.
and just being treat your neighbor as you'd be treated, and all and love. And then these people don't do it, and then you're like, well, what the fuck are you going to church for?
Okay, Christianity. Christianity really and truly is just about fucking being chill.
It's about greed.
No,
you
it's
do,
not.
You do as much good as you can so you can get into a place that's the best.
No.
Well,
No.
here's the thing.
Absolutely
It
not.
doesn't matter. You could say that, and that would be true, but you would say that about any good person, because good people are good people because they don't want to be bad.
Yeah.
So it's a selfish thing that they want to be good, because if they were bad, then they'd feel bad for it, and so technically they're being selfish
What
because
is
they're
bad?
doing what's good for them.
Mhm.
Got you.
What is bad?
So you can
Yeah.
What is bad?
Now, hold on.
Kyron looking
that'd be
almost
cool to get
dead.
into real quick.
Fucking about to fall asleep over here.
But no, yeah, totally. That's absolutely not what Christianity's about.
Well, I mean that.
Or
that's what I've been
Christianity.
seeing.
Christianity's about a lot of things,
See,
though.
You've
so.
been seeing
yeah.
all the bad apples. Like it's super plain and simple. I'll put it like this. I can put it like this in one sentence. Be nice. That's
all you
all
gotta
it
do.
is. That's literally all it is.
That's all you gotta do.
And you have to accept Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That-
you just say it like it's a
list
drawback.
It's the
But,
fine print. Jesus
okay,
wants
so yeah,
20%.
he wants 20% and at least a 2 stock.
Fine
He wants
print.
he wants 20% and then 10% in equity.
Yes. Okay, but no, yeah. Okay, so
The
yeah, you
4.2% interest rate.
you just accept Jesus and then you be good. That's it. Literally nothing else to it. There's no overcomplicating it because it's too simple.
It's all,
So
and it
it's-
also depends on the preacher. You can twist the words of the book
Oh,
different
yes.
ways.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's different religion subsets. There's different sects of Christianity,
Mhm.
and that's the same for every religion. So
Oh,
it's,
and
just,
also-
it's a complicated thing.
The Old Testament doesn't exist basically.
Depending
Alright,
on
hold
depending
on.
on what sect you're in.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I've never read a Bible
That's
in my
okay.
life.
It's,
Oh wait, no. I
It's a
tried to read. When I
boring.
went,
it's boring.
Boring.
It's a
I-
big book.
I tried to read a Bible when I was in jail. I couldn't do it, dude. I could fucking do it. I read it for like 10 minutes and my head started hurting, and then I was like, all right, fuck this. The words are way too small.
The only good part is Revelation.
There's lots
but
of-
the reason why I tried to read was because there was a guy in there who read the whole Bible like many times over or whatever. Shout out +1 Rias. He said there was a story in there about a guy on a donkey who seen it, like, and the guy was, I think the guy was blind or some shit, but I don't know. There was an angel in front of him, and the donkey seen him, but the guy didn't, and then, like, or what was, like, the dude was, like, gonna, I don't know, the guy was gonna get himself into fucking trouble, but the donkey couldn't say shit, and he thought the donkey was a big bad donkey, so he hit the fucking donkey, and then, like, the donkey would, like, not pay attention, but then the donkey kept seeing an angel, and the donkey, like, the angel gave the donkey the power to talk, and the donkey basically said, hey, dumbass, we're about to die if we go that way. That's the only reason why, because I was like, what the fuck? How is that? And people would really believe that?
You should read the story about God sent down 2 female bears to maul a group of children from.
Oh, that's good.
That sounds fucking dope.
That's good. There's
The
always
she-bears.
There's always the good old the classic kill your son.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Kill your son
Wait,
if
but
if you believe in me.
Wait a minute.
And then whenever he's about to do it, oh, bro, JK.
Wait, no. This
I'm
is.
just
You pass.
I was talking to my brother about this specifically because I remember you brought it up.
The bear?
Yeah, no.
That's too bizarre.
I want to read the bear.
Well, he happened to bring it up, and I was like, "This is perfect because this is what you were asking me, and I didn't have an answer."
It was
There's-
this specific story.
Yeah, or the one that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, Abraham.
Yeah. So there's a passage in the New Testament where Jesus says there is no man who has ever seen or heard my Father.
Oh, there you go.
So, if you take that
Wait a second.
Damn.
He aligned
Damn, dude.
Wait a sec.
The greatest plot twist. Yo, wait a minute.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so yeah, okay.
That makes
'cause
no sense.
Well, no, okay. See, here's the thing. He says no one's ever seen or heard my Father except for me. I think, which means everyone who before whom who says they were talking to God and heard him and saw him didn't.
The
Lying
biggest,
ass niggas.
the biggest
But what
retcon.
about Moses in the burning bush?
The biggest retcon.
Okay,
What the hell is that?
Okay,
You know
this
about
is,
Moses in the
yeah.
bush?
So here's
No,
the
dude,
thing.
I told you.
That's how
I
they got the
never
Ten
read it.
Commandments.
That could have just been a manifestation that God created.
But I mean,
Okay.
he
Oh.
talked to it.
Okay, yeah, no. Here's the thing.
He
Here's
could
the
have
thing.
Wait, he
manifested
talked to
the
a burning
voice.
bush.
Yeah.
There was a
He
snake.
could have just created the voice.
Snakes are cool.
No, okay, no. Here's the thing. There was it was either a goat or a ram, but those are symbolic of Satan.
Satan.
Yes.
You mean me? No, I'm playing.
So there was this symbolic, basically Satan telling Moses, "Hey, go kill your kid."
That's Abraham.
Or yeah, fuck, I got Moses.
Moises.
Moistness
You gotta do some-
areas.
You got to
But
do
then-
some deep reading for
But
that.
but
Yeah.
if it was Satan that told Abraham to kill his son, then why did he stop him?
Yeah,
That
you,
was-
you passed.
That was God.
Because I'll tell you, he's still a fallen angel. He's an angel nonetheless.
No, Satan's a fucking cock.
Hey, you can't slander his name.
How about okay? Well, wait a minute. How about this story? This doesn't involve God. This is just a
Ooh.
weird story. How about the time? Who was it? Who was the old guy on the ark?
Noah.
Noah. Okay, I think it's him. When
Yes.
when that was over, and they settled down in their little vineyard or whatever, they drank, and he got drunk, and passed out in his wherever he slept, and his brother and his children. Who was it? One of his children walked in on him, on his naked ass self,
This is fucking-
and I don't know if he woke up or someone told him that his child saw him naked because he passed out drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Once he found out, he cursed that child and all of his entire lineage for seeing him naked after he put himself in that situation.
yeah, Noah was a punk bitch.
That's just like what's the point?
That's dumb
Yeah.
and hardcore.
And he was like 700 years old.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah.
I guess he was. I guess.
700
I guess.
No,
I guess
Noah-
it's about
Noah
that.
was.
What's up with us
Fuck,
and
dude.
Moses?
I guess it's about that age when it's about that age.
But yeah,
that
like
dude
Noah.
must have been senile as fuck if he didn't remember getting fucking naked.
Well, yeah, Noah was the town drunk,
Yeah.
and he was
Oh,
like
shit.
he was like 600 plus years old when God told him. What's another one? God told him to build the ark.
Didn't tell him.
Damn, whoever
Then who-
whoever this guy.
So this
makes
means that
seriously think
all
that
of
God was-
Revelations
okay.
was any time that God was mentioned, it was the devil orchestrating all of this. Now that's a pretty good twist. Now hold it, listen.
So that means Satan saved humankind
Nice.
from the
Yeah.
flood.
Apparently,
and the animal kingdom.
I might just have to read the Bible now. That made it so interesting.
It really, honestly, that's the
so
biggest plot twist of all time.
And then
What happened at the end of Revelations, Jesse?
Oh, no, I haven't read it.
And then, so how does Jesus fit in with this information? So apparently Satan's like, maybe good, maybe bad. So what is Jesus saving us from? Like,
Okay, well here's the thing. The Old Testament basically was a thing about like, you do this, you do that, you get to go here to heaven.
don't mix your fabrics.
Yes.
yeah.
Which is that's another thing that's stupid. Whenever people are like, "Oh, y'all are of the world. Y'all mix fabrics. Y'all ain't shit." That's so stupid because
That's
that
old
doesn't.
Abrahamic laws.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. I have no idea what that fucking means.
Well, in the Old Testament, one of the Abrahamic laws is that you cannot be dressed in two different types of cloth, and it's punishable by death.
Yes.
God damn.
Okay, so here's the things. If you broke laws back then, you died, or if you got your hands cut off or legs cut
some
off.
Christians.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
some
then-
Christians.
But then,
Real minority.
Jesus got rid of all the Abrahamic
Yes.
laws.
Yeah.
So Jesus literally saved everyone from the Old Testament.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
And God has killed, confirmed, like millions of people.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Like
We've
by
never.
by his direct like
But
intervention.
we've never again. Remember, that was Satan. Because
But I mean,
anytime that he
they
talked,
didn't see him. It was a giant fucking fire tornado.
when he said that God has like confirmed thousands of deaths or whatever, or kills, it reminded me of that fucking meme. It was like the children run, but Big Bird runs faster.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
It was like
1985.
yeah.
And it's like, what happened in 1985? And they're like, that's not a year. That's his kill count.
Yes.
So yeah, that when he told me that, I was like, oh, that's really interesting.
yeah, that's
I
cool.
might have to look.
Yeah, I want to read the Bible now.
wanna
Because it
read
makes it
it,
a really cool story. I think the
That's-
Bible's a cool story.
That's interesting.
I
The problem I had with trying to get through it was all the genealogy.
There's a whole lot of like you got to nerd out on that.
Yeah.
You got to geek
I just
out.
want to read
'Cause
about the two bears. That
It's
sounds
fucking. It's pages and pages of just genealogy.
And then-
where it's
and then-
like this guy had 3 sons and their names were this, and they bore 2 sons and 3 daughters and their names were this, and it's pages of
And,
that.
and then they have
Oh
that
my
weird,
God.
the weird way that it's done in what do they call it? Like the format, so that way you can reference it easily.
Mhm.
The
Oh,
15:9 or whatever.
The
And
verses
then-
and scriptures.
Yeah, and then on top of that, it's this weird way of speaking.
Yeah,
Chapters
usually.
and verses.
Because that's all translated.
Mm-hmm.
But they wanted to keep this weird way of speaking. They could have made it easier to understand,
yeah.
but
So what are
that,
like
it's
the,
not as cool then.
what are the
Geeks.
the fucking like Lutheran and Marquesian or whatever the fuck.
Those are just
they're
different
like-
sects of Christianity. They believe different things about the Bible. Like
Oh,
an easy
It's
example
different,
is
slightly different
the
interpretations.
the
Oh.
easiest example is the difference between Catholics and the rest of Christians is because I guess normal Christians don't believe in worshiping anything but God himself. But Catholics have saints and they worship saints as well. So there's a big thing about that's in the Bible. You're not supposed to. It's idolatry. You're not supposed to make idols out of something that's not God.
Which one
Catholics do it.
baptizes?
Baptist.
That
And
was-
and I thought all Christians do that.
Yeah, but I mean,
thought it was
like,
yeah.
baptism for Baptists is like. Well, I mean, it is for Catholicism too, but for Baptists, it's like.
Not the one where they do like the dunk or
It,
something.
it makes you born again instead of like if you don't you're gonna go to hell. It's like
Yeah.
you can get baptized again to be born again, wash away your sins.
Oh shit, I'm going to hell.
But yeah, for Catholics, like even newborn babies, if a newborn baby isn't baptized and then dies, that little baby's in hell.
Okay. So Catholics
so
are.
that's where because I was wondering because a game I played a long ass time ago that I love is Dante's Inferno.
Yes, that's exactly where I learned that from. That game is dope.
Yeah, that game is fucking dope.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Hella honorable mention.
Probably best hack and slash I've ever played.
Hell yeah, dude. That's like one of my. I fucking hate linear ass games. You know, like Crash Bandicoot. Like
Wow.
one fucking
What the-
direction.
Do you know how hard that game is? Wait a minute. One
So-
direction.
no.
Wait.
Yeah, like it's a linear path. Like it's just fucking.
Yeah, but
Who's
can
this
you
guy?
get from
It's
one end to the
three-step
other?
for you. Yeah.
But can you do it?
Can you do it?
But can you do it?
No, but I'm just saying, like, I generally fucking hate those games, especially when they're supposed to be like action games, like fucking shooters and shit, like fucking Gears of War.
Okay, there you go.
I fucking hate that shit.
Is it
like-
too story driven or something?
Well, no, it's just, it's boring. It's lineage. Like, it's fucking, it's repetitive. I hate repetition. But Dante's Inferno was fucking nuts, dude. The fucking scenery and the
Oh,
location,
it's so
dude.
good.
It was fucking crazy, dude.
They had good source material to work off of.
Yeah, right.
Hell yeah. I had no idea where it was coming from, but it was fucking dope.
You know, my brother and I are always talking about like, and I mentioned this too. I always mention this. If they took stories from the Bible and they just made them into fucking badass movies,
Dude.
they'd be so badass.
It would be so
okay,
good.
Okay, when Jake said he sent down 2 fucking bears to slaughter children, I immediately thought of fucking Star Wars. He killed them kids.
Oh yeah.
Oh, don't be like that.
Oh no.
Anakin did nothing wrong.
Anakin did just about everything wrong.
Anti-hero.
Yeah, dude. There could be so many good movies, like Bible-based movies, if they weren't always sucking God's dick.
like just
Like it's really their goal every time. They don't want to just tell a story. They
Yeah.
can't just tell a story. They gotta convert people.
Another
Yeah.
one of my favorite Bible stories was Sodom and Gomorrah.
The where they destroyed the gays.
Oh,
Yeah, because everybody there was just fucking. It was just a big old fuck fest.
And then
Were they
what else
lizards?
happened? Was that the same one where they were fleeing the
You're
city
big.
and she turned around and
Yeah.
turned into salt?
I fucking love
My
it.
mom likes that story so much for some reason. She always tells it to me.
I always like that story.
wow, you're like
because the ending was so fucked up. Because
What happened? What happened in the end?
I forget the people's names, but God told them, "I'm going to destroy this city."
Satan.
Satan apparently. But if you want to leave, then because they were the only pure people in the whole city.
Beast in the harlot.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's exactly what
so
Beast
that,
is for Sodom and Gomorrah.
That kind of
Yeah,
reminds
legit.
me of,
Are you not listening? You leave the city, or you could live in the city, stay
I
where
had this,
your
like-
future's set forever.
I had like this 20 times biscuit on me.
Oh, no,
I
yeah, so-
fucking. What is it? There's a movie, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. The fucking scene where they're in the casino.
Also, Avenged Sevenfold
They
backcountry
get
music
fucking-
video.
They get high and drunk off their ass on like multiple different drugs. It's Johnny Depp and some other guy. I forgot his name. It's
Oh,
like-
so
it's
you mean it's just like a documentary on Johnny Depp?
pretty much?
It's a biography, you mean?
It's fucking Johnny Depp and the guy who played Fred Flintstone in the live action.
Oh my god, that guy.
Oh, it's
John
it's
Goodman.
John Goodman.
Goodman.
That's my dad, dude.
Badass
That's my
John
dad.
Goodman.
It was him and John Goodman.
Pappy O'Daniel.
John Goodman, and they
Whatever
fucking.
the fuck his name was.
I have no idea. And then
Oh, brother.
and they walk into the casino fucking high as shit, dude, tripping balls. And it's just a bunch of fucking lizard people. Literally a bunch of fucking lizard people. There's an orgy of lizard people. These lizard people are just fucking, dude,
Gay
all
frogs.
over the place.
Gay frogs.
Gay frogs.
They put something in the water to turn the frogs gay.
We made this joke like maybe three times on here.
Oh my god. How am I already in on this joke?
Alex Jones, the goat.
The running gag from the special guest that didn't even know about it.
And fucking, so what happens is like fucking Johnny Depp's tripping balls. And
Typical.
he wants to get the fuck.
Typical.
He wants to get the fuck out of there because like,
Also
it's
typical.
a weird ass fucking sight. A bunch of like normal sized lizard people, literally just fucking
Do you see that?
in the movie.
Yeah, I'd love to see some lizards fuck.
Yeah, you see it.
Nice.
That's my shit.
That is my shit.
I want to see him. I
Y'all
want to
got
see him
some
molt.
nasty ass shits. I hope y'all flush.
I want to see him. I want to see him
that
molt.
again.
I want to see him
Dude.
molt in front of me.
Yeah, some of them do molt, and some of them fuck on their food, like on the fucking table.
Strange.
It's like a fucking restaurant thing. He's gonna do a drug deal, but he's taking like some of them, and that's why he's tripping balls.
Jesus.
But like they fucking leave, and then like the place just fucking like I don't know if it's tripping or it actually happens, but the fucking casino that they went to just goes up in flames.
Huge.
What the fuck?
Big dog.
That's the fucking Bible story, isn't it?
Yeah, big dog.
Kinda, yeah.
Maybe.
Except for nobody said like, "Hey, we're gonna fucking nuke your shit."
But yeah, at the end of the story of Sodom, can't remember the guy's name.
What
But
if
yeah.
Revelations is Satan before he's fallen?
No, it's not.
It's a different story.
I have no idea, dude. I'm trying to make connections.
I don't know.
But anyway, at the end, God tells these people to leave or else they're all gonna die. And so they're walking away, and he tells them, "Do not turn around to look." And so the wife of the guy turns around. She turns into a pile of salt.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah, that's
The
a great
end.
end to your story.
Free venison.
Here's the thing, interesting about this. I started. You know who Jordan Peterson is?
Mm-hmm.
He is really good at taking these weird ass Bible stories and actually making sense of them. And so, in the same vein of that, I was thinking that whenever he destroys the city that's sinful, and then he tells them to leave and then don't look back, it's like if something's not working, then you need to get away from it and don't look back at it. Don't go back to it. And that's like if you strip it down to that.
Yeah, in a metaphor.
Yeah, it's a good metaphor. And I think he himself interpreted it in some way, and he made good sense of it. Jordan Peterson is good at making sense of things.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Revelation's the only good book.
What's like another thing real quick that's gonna like fuck people's minds that are Christians that might listen to this. Shout out to you if you're listening to this and you're a Christian. Plus one ass.
We love you.
Bitch.
You can also do like whatever the fuck you want to do, like all these things that we consider bad and unlawful.
If you want to go to hell.
Like if someone like is like drinking or something, and then they drink a lot and they get drunk, they're like, "Oh, you're a fake Christian. You're a bitch."
You could always ask for forgiveness.
You're welcome in the city, where your future is set forever.
Ooh, it doesn't even matter. You can do that.
Of course, but there's gonna be a consequence after your life is over. Of
No.
course. Yes, there is.
No.
Well, okay.
But
As
who
long as it's a sin, you can't do the bad sin. That's the other thing about these religions is that they have to be real set in stone and solid. So that means that they can't be updated if they need to be updated. They can't add things that need to be added or take away things that need to be taken away.
Well, I mean, with Christianity in regards to the New Testament, and like, it's just the whole point of it is you should act what you know is right.
It's okay.
Which
it's
is
basically the 7 satanic tenets. I showed that to my brother, and he was like, "Yeah,
Live in the way that you know is right, and then when the resurrection happens,
You're good.
and
And
then
then
you'll be good, and
you believe
you'll
in-
get to live in New Jerusalem.
yeah."
What'd you just say?
Because
Yeah.
I thought you
okay.
said New Jersey.
no, New Jerusalem.
You get to live in New Jersey.
Of all places.
What's wrong with Jersey?
Jersey.
New Jersey.
We here with my boy
we
Gad.
went to it.
My
We
boy
went to
Gad.
You can say that again.
Hey Jesus.
Yay.
Yay.
You
Oh,
good?
this is Paulie. My name Paulie.
Yeah, Polly.
Fuck you.
Hey, wait a minute.
Fuck you.
Hey,
Hey, you
it's
wanna
not
play
nice.
some Doom Asses?
I don't
Duel
play Duel
Monsters.
Monsters.
What kind of games you got on your phone?
You just like hovering over God and like, hey, but you.
This is why I sent
Which-
you down
which-
there. This is why I don't want you back.
What kind of games you got on there?
I think we need another testament.
Got any games?
But what were you talking about? Like laws can't be updated and all that nonsense.
You can't easily update religions because
Must
it's either
connect to
it's
Wi-Fi.
it's gonna end up being blasphemous
Well,
because it's already
no,
been set in stone.
Well, in the case of like the New Testament, people just don't understand it.
No, I'm not saying. Well, it doesn't really have anything to do with the New Testament or whatever. Like, it's just if something needed to be updated or if something needed to be taken out. At this point, we already have the Old and New Testament. No one, it's you can't add another testament now.
Well, okay, also, like,
But-
because the thing is, you wouldn't need to.
But
Damn.
you would need to though.
No.
Probably.
No.
Why
with
wouldn't
New-
you?
Because not with New Testament. The New Testament is because Jesus came down, did the thing, and died for our sins. Because the Old Testament was bullshit, jank, whack, nonsense. And he was like, this is stupid. People are following laws, getting killed, and
so
all that.
then doesn't that mean that the Ten Commandments are
useless.
Yeah, the
They're-
10 Commandments are
the
null.
Old
How come they're
Testament- the Old-
everywhere? How come they're everywhere in CCD and
Because-
people still teach that? then?
Because people, like I said, people don't understand. They
Wow,
don't-
that's pretty good. They played themselves.
Yeah, basically.
Everybody.
See, okay, like I said earlier, the Old Testament is nonsense. What you can do is you can look at it as a history book, basically,
Yeah.
for religion. Because the thing is,
It's a
people
cool
were
story.
living, people were living by the laws of the land, that these man-made laws that didn't even come from God.
Satan.
Doing all these, more or less, doing all these like sacrifices and all that shit. These are more or less sacrifices to like Satan. Which is the people hearing this are gonna be like,
Is that-
dude, are you all right? Because
that-
this is
is-
really, it's really out there.
This is great.
So what comes first, Old Testament or Revelations?
Revelations is in Old
comes
Testament.
first.
Wait.
No, Revelations is the very end.
It's still part of it though. It's the last one. It's the last part of the Old
And-
Testament.
That's
Okay,
part of the
and-
New
and-
Testament.
And
Yeah,
Revelations is the last book of the New Testament.
In the
Oh.
New Testament?
Yes,
Mhm.
which is what's going to happen. People, I don't know. I know you've heard like people talking about the end days and all that.
Well, yeah, but they'll say that till the
Yeah,
end,
'cause
till
it-
the actual end days. They'll
Yeah,
Yeah,
say
it'll
that.
be the rapture and then
It's 7 years
the
of tribulation.
7 years of tribulation and then the
But it-
resurrection.
the rupture of the space-time continuum?
Yeah,
Okay, so I was remembering Revelations for being brutal. So is it brutal or is
Yeah,
it just
it's brutal, dude.
Why is it
People
in the New
die
Testament?
because-
What?
Because it's Satan bringing his reign over the earth before Jesus comes back to defeat him.
Yeah, kick his
Oh,
ass.
nice.
Round 2.
I'm telling you, man, Jesus was fucking.
That's such a cool story when you frame it that way, dude.
six
See,
feet
Revelation,
seven,
I
fucking
really
jacked.
enjoyed.
I'm telling you, the Bible
No
is cool.
roids.
The Bible is
No
cool.
roids.
It has the New Testament, especially
All
with
natural.
what I
Wow.
liked about it when I was reading some of it was Jesus. It was his fables, like the not.
Me and Jesse
I don't know if
just
fables
quickly
is the right word,
sexualized Jesus.
but like he has like had like metaphorical stories he would tell people when he preached.
Jesus is the best character, dude.
Dude, Jesus is.
That's
really-
that's why I
like-
wanted to read the Bible was just for Jesus. He seemed like a really cool guy, like a really good character,
So,
if nothing else.
Here's another thing that my brother told me. There's like time that's like missing in his life. It's like 18 years or something. What he did,
Hiatus.
yeah. What he went
Hiatus.
is he went and he studied. He basically went to college.
Have
So-
you
so to say.
have
Back to
you read the life of Saint Isa?
No, I haven't read any of the Bible.
The life of what?
No, this isn't in the Bible. This is
I have not read a single book in
It's
my
a
life.
saint.
no. This is a
has
story
to be
about
lie.
Jesus during the years the Bible doesn't talk about.
Oh,
Where
but is it?
it's
canon?
from. No, it's not canon. But
Is it canon?
it's not.
I mean, I'm sure they use that word.
Yeah, they do. That's
But
the actual term. It's not canonical to the Bible, but it's a Tibetan scroll.
It's GT.
It's a series. It's a series of translated Tibetan scrolls where it talked about a man that was described like Jesus, who came from the Middle East, traveled through Asia and through Tibet, and learned the ways of the Buddhists.
What he did was he went around and he traveled and he was learning about all he could so that he could,
Be the best there ever was.
I mean, he already was.
So we can have the best flower shop in the world.
Exactly. Which
So-
I'm sure he did.
So he tried to catch them all.
And he was a carpenter.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he
he
was
could
a
build.
swole-ass
He
carpenter,
could build, dude. Fortnite.
Dude, I'm telling you. Man. All right, look, listen. He was not 6'7" and fucking jacked for no reason.
Bro, he probably built
Wait,
the cross.
hold on.
He probably built the cross. He was like, listen up. You busters probably couldn't do this right.
Busters.
No, dude,
Look, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna build my own cross.
You think you go across the crucify me on that piece of junk?
they tried to commission him to make it, but he's like, nah, fuck that. I'll do it on my own.
Like,
But Jesse, I want to know why you're stuck on 6'7". Why that specific height?
I don't know.
6 foot, 7 foot.
it can't be 6'6".
I mean, I already used that and I was like, well, he could be a little taller.
6'7", fucking 237 pounds.
Dude, I was thinking 230.
Two podcasts from now, he's gonna be 6'9".
Yeah. She might
No.
be fucking 7 feet.
But yeah,
7 feet, fucking jacked ass monster.
there are the non-canonical stories of Jesus that are really interesting.
Well, shit, that's
I like
probably
them.
these
Are those-
these non-canonical
are those the
are
bears?
probably
Bears
true.
canon.
No, the bears are canon.
Or
Yeah,
is
they were
this-
part of
is
the
this
bad
new or
part.
old?
Old.
Oh, this is
Old
non-canon.
with the
Of
bears.
course, the
No, this is
craziest shit.
non-canon.
The craziest shit is
Well, I mean, it's canon, but it's like a nullified thing.
it's in the Old Testament. Is that what you're talking about? The
Yeah,
Old
like
Testament?
it happened, but it wasn't something.
Jesus got rid of it, dude.
Yeah, non-canon now.
It's not
Jesus
that
got
it's
rid of it with
not
his
canon.
swole. He got rid of it with his
but,
swole.
Jesus
dude.
with his poochie.
Yeah,
Guys, big hammer,
Jesus on his poochie.
there's the
big hammer.
there's the books of Mary Magdalene and of Judas, the book of Judas, and there's the book of Enoch, and then there's another one that I can't think
Oh,
of.
and there's
That's a
also
cool
like
ass
there's a ton
fucking
of
name.
there's
Yeah,
a ton of books
Enoch,
that are
Enoch.
not that aren't in the Bible.
Yeah,
or the
the-
New Testament.
They were
there's
made
tons.
non-canonical by the Council of Nicaea.
Nice. I love that. This is just like any other piece of fiction.
Wait a minute.
It's just a joke, guys. It's just a joke. It could be. It's
So,
just an observation.
And then there's the one that was, it's like super hard to read because it's so fucking weird and like abstract in its writing.
Nice.
But it's called the Pistis Sophia.
The piss of Sophia.
The Pistis Sophia.
That,
But
that
it's,
was the
um,
New
The
Age
pissed off
era.
Sophia.
The New Age back then. The modernism.
Yeah,
The
right.
biblical modernism.
But it was that it's the story of Jesus after he rose from the dead and between from when he rose to the dead and before he went back up to heaven, and he taught all his disciples about the mysteries of heaven.
Nice.
But it's like it's hard to read because he's like so vague and like abstract when he's describing.
You
these
have to
things.
ascend.
Yeah, it's
You have
like-
to ascend with him.
It's insane.
Let him lift you up.
It's a good read though. And then the book of Mary Magdalene and of Judas, because the book of Judas, it tells the story differently because it's more like Jesus. It was a task that Jesus gave Judas to betray him, so that he
Oh.
could die.
Oh, that's a cool alternate timeline.
Martyr.
Oh, Heidi.
Whoa.
When we mention Heidi, it's Klum.
It,
No, what?
What?
So anyway, in the end, we gave some cool ads for the Bible. We're sponsored by God. And
God, your number one source for
Badass, badass,
Shout out,
badass.
shout out Jesus.
Don't forget, go to
Shout
church.
out +1 Raw
His,
Ass.
his at is.
Yeah,
it
or
ain't
here's,
over
here's the,
yet.
you don't even fucking
Say
have to
bless
go
you.
to church. You don't even fucking have to go to church.
No, church is wherever you want to be.
Say
Yeah.
bless you.
Hashtag bless you.
as weird as it sounds, like the temple is inside you and
Yeah,
all
I know.
that
That's what I
nonsense.
say every time. My mom is adamant about taking me to church, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go to church.
Okay, see, here's the thing. It'd be cool to maybe see what they have to say, but most of the time, like the preachers and everyone, they don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Like that's the first thing I'm thinking is like, why do I need to go to God's house?
They also
Everything
might be
is God's
Spanish.
house.
Yeah.
They also might be speaking Spanish.
Who?
The priest- the
Well, we
preachers.
got the usually the father is a Spanish speaker, or he's from some other place in the world. I don't know why it works that way. He's always a foreigner, but
And God told Jesus,
But,
everything the light touches is yours.
the they have the deacon there who's been there my whole life, and he speaks English.
Hey.
So
Vaya con Dios.
Y'all know the fucking the Reverend from fucking King of the Hill, the one that Peggy likes.
That's what I just did.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, I fucking love the episode where Peggy like dreams she goes to hell and it's that fucking guy, and then fucking the flames die, and then Hank walks out on the fucking cliff, and he's like, "Hold on, just wait a second," and then he fucking like he just squeaks, and then he's like, the fucking flames rising like, like a clean burn in hell, I tell you what.
that's hilarious.
I love it.
I need to watch that show.
That's my hands down favorite episode.
That's awesome.
That's a clean burn in hell, I tell you what.
Jesus, 6'8".
You get
247 pounds of swole mass.
That's already another inch, and hasn't even been a
I
podcast.
said
And,
6'9".
tools
There's another inch.
and
got-
carpentry tools.
It was
Yes.
6'7". You just said 6'8".
No, it was always
and then-
6'9",
Now it's
and he was always 256.
Remember, it was retcon.
56
Remember the
pounds.
retcon.
the other con.
Oh, you're right.
The retcon
pounds
in
of
that 95.
straight lean muscle. 257 pounds.
Yeah,
of
100%
Zero
fucking
body fat.
White
Doesn't even
as,
have bones.
white as a sheet of fucking paper.
Zero
sting
percent
like a
body
bee.
mass.
Wait a minute.
No useless fucking like literally no organs. It's all muscle. It's
It's-
replaced
yeah,
with
dude.
muscles.
He doesn't need organs.
He doesn't need them.
No.
That's dead weight.
I don't think. I don't think you understand just how fucking swole Jesus was.
He could build.
He was the Chuck Norris of his day.
Hell yeah.
Until
Chuck Norris
showed
like times 10.
up. Until Chuck Norris showed up.
And then it was still Jesus, because what are you talking about?
Plot
Yeah.
twist.
Exactly.
Chuck Norris is Jesus.
Chuck Norris is like Jesus is like fucking pinky toe.
Severed.
Like his toenail, dude.
Jesus.
Like his nail.
It's a fucking hair.
Oh my gosh.
It's a loose hair that just fell randomly.
You guys got to read the Quran.
Okay. Now I know nothing about this book.
Same.
I know it's
And
got, like-
I could actually
honestly-
get through the Quran.
Well,
Why?
Let
Did they make
me-
it easier to read?
It's easier to read than the Bible.
Well, before we talk about the Quran, let's have a quick word from our sponsors.
Nice.
Coming at you live from Plus One Ass.
And we're back.
Jesse, I swear to God, you had to hit the floor and move the chair. That was ridiculous. This time he actually farted.
You'll never know that though.
His
So I'll give
like
you a
half
whole-
his body. Like half his body's just out on the chair. It all went out.
So we'll get to the Quran in just a quick second. But
No, sir, dude. I'm not ready for that.
No.
we're not
We'll
gonna
save
get
that for
we're not
another
gonna
day.
get to the Quran. The Quran's not happening. Not
Well,
till
we
next.
That's
will-
enough religious
maybe.
text for
It's
now.
a
Maybe.
good read. That's
What
all
we
I'm
will
saying.
get to is 1 full hour of straight smooth jazz, no commercial.
You like jazz?
You like jazz?
like jazz.
Come here often.
So, also, I should bring this up real quick. Jake found this interesting passage that totally fucks over everything I just said in the past, like, 45 minutes. In a sense, it's possible.
What you want?
That
It-
says...
God
nobody-
wasn't Satan.
Yeah,
Basically, what it says is that in the context of when Jesus said that nobody has seen God except him, the context of the other verses around it are saying that no one has seen God in his entire glory,
in his final form.
in his final form.
You're gonna have to make a disclaimer. You're gonna have to use the captions.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to use the description box. You're gonna have to use the comments.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to just paste it onto the video.
It is the title.
We made a mistake.
It's really interesting to read. I want to go back and read that and look at everything, and then talk to my old pal.
Your old
about
boy.
it. See what he
Yeah,
has to say.
in Exodus, where it said that it was the conversation between Moses and God, they spoke face to face, but then Moses asked God to see his full glory, and God said that he would die.
Let me see your final form. Nah, you can't handle it.
But
That's how Soul
in the
Jesus is.
context,
Fucking Frieza versus Goku.
Just imagine, just imagine Jesus' power level.
Jesus.
If he's the only one who can see,
It'd be over 9,000.
9,000.
I keep telling.
Jesus is the only one.
I admit. I said it. I admit.
Jesus is the only one strong enough to handle looking in the mirror, basically.
Yeah, this is John.
Wilkes Booth.
First John, verse 15.
The first John ever.
John chapter 1 verse 16.
Yes.
Yeah, chapter 1, verse.
The
For all
John
you
that all
non-plebs.
the John that all Johns are based off of.
John.
The Johns.
The
John.
Johns.
John.
See, the
I
Johns
need
go
to
way
eat
back.
John.
We got to go back to the biblical ages.
Is that the Bible?
It's actually not a Smash reference. It's a Bible reference. The
Have
Johns.
you seen that fucking episode of
Chance.
Aquatine
Did you know
Force?
that did I tell you that Johns the term Johns? Oh, by the way, Jake, Johns, unless you somehow know already, when someone says Johns, basically they're saying excuses, bro. Whenever someone's like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like my favorite over the top example is like, if it were a little cooler in this room, I would have beaten you. or like my control stick's not working the way it should.
Yes.
Or this person behind me was talking. I couldn't focus. Johns. Nope. Johns. All right. But that originated from a Texas player.
Yeah, that's what I hate the most.
That's pretty interesting.
That's
there was some
what I
Texas player, and I guess his name was John, and he always made excuses.
I fucking hate that dude.
Jesus, it's like a Smash community thing. now.
Texas
Yeah.
is not on the board except for
Texas
Johns.
Infinity.
Texas hasn't
Or
been on the
Infinity.
board since
Johns.
Wobbles, and Wobbles was like the old MLG days or something like that, which was 07. For Melee, Texas hasn't nothing.
Okay.
Texas is doo doo.
Until the three of us show up.
Until the Fire Nation attacked.
That was damn good. I like that a lot.
Is there anything else we want to get into? Or are we
I
gonna
was
cut
going to
this
say
bitch
something
out?
before Rick killed me. With the Johns.
What were
His
you gonna
Johns.
say?
I don't remember. I'm sorry, everyone.
So,
It's all because of John.
John.
The first John. It's all because of him.
oh yeah, we're still on that.
Kind of.
I mean, we're kind of done with that now.
All right. So one thing I did want to get into is the visual beauty that is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
no
You can click.
spoilers.
You can possibly click off.
You know spoilers.
Spoilers.
no spoilers.
Possibly.
I just want to
we-
talk away the movie looks, dude.
because
it's so
we-
fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah. Well,
We would
that's a
have spoilers
spoiler.
as well.
That's a spoiler. You know, maybe the movie looks.
We spoiled the Bible pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah, but how long's that book been out?
True.
If you don't know how the
The-
Bible ends, then
the
what's wrong
Bible-
with you?
You've had well over 1 year to read it.
The
What?
Bible is my favorite comic.
Dude, imagine if
Pictures.
that'd be a hell of a comic.
Bro. The Bible.
Shit.
The Bible is my favorite part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh my goodness.
Kyron doesn't look okay over there.
He looks cold.
Poor boy.
All right, so what are we doing?
Dude, I'm telling you, man, that movie is so
Alright.
fucking gorgeous. The character design, the fucking color, and the fact that they use the like, you know how in like movies I have like 3D as like the red and blue, they use it a lot, but like, kind of like shift your focus away from that area to a pinpoint. So like they use it like kind of like peripheral, because like when you do look at blue and red like that, it's blurry. So like it's automatic peripheral whenever you look over there. It's just so good, dude.
The-
Everything about it is amazing.
Which is also a camera trick when you,
We'll see
when
about
you
that.
zoom in and out, or you go in and out of focus,
Yeah.
which is a cool thing. A thing I saw about Spider-Verse was that from the get-go, it was one vision. One guy decided the style. One guy dictated basically how the whole movie would look. That's how you do it. You don't get a whole team.
Mhm.
You don't get one guy and then, oh, he's not going to work out. We got to get another guy. That's how your movie becomes a mess. That's how you get. That's how you
Justice
get.
League.
That's how you get
Don't-
like Justice
don't-
League, or that's how you get some of the new Transformers. You know how many
Yeah.
directors they have, dude?
DC sucks.
They have like 14 writers.
Just
Okay, have you seen Aquaman though?
yes, it's ass.
I
You
saw
know,
the
okay,
trailer.
whoa,
okay, okay.
whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
wait, just a second, wait, just a second.
We got Jake,
We have
the
we have
DC
to wait.
fan.
We have to wait just a second.
Me
Just
too.
a second. Time out. Okay. Jake, please. So, I think it was you.
What's up?
Was it you?
Just say it.
Or okay, someone said that Aquaman sucked.
It was him, because I
The
haven't
movie,
seen it.
Yes, the characters are fucking
Has
gone.
Jeffrey seen it?
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I
Well,
don't.
because
I don't
you've
remember-
only been here for like a fucking day.
Yeah, I haven't talked to y'all physically about, and I never met. No, wait, I think I did message in the group chat one time.
I don't remember.
Well, I said the trailer looked bad.
It might have been Jeffrey. Anyway, somebody said that Aquaman really fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's crazy, because Jake said it was really fucking good.
Hey man, if you enjoyed the movie, then all the power to you. That's great.
So, all
That's
right,
great.
hold on. All right,
That's
all right.
great.
3.
That's great. Oh my god. He's shaking. He's vibrating.
Look here, pal.
All right, go ahead.
That was perfect. Why'd you ruin it?
It's the mind games.
It was dope.
It's time to box.
All right, look.
It was better than Black Panther.
Yeah,
Wait
dude.
a
No,
minute.
hold on.
Oh, wait a fucking minute. No, hold on.
Wait, no, you need to wait now because we're not even done with this to move on to that.
It was better than Civil War.
Okay. Well,
But look,
maybe.
okay, hold on.
Apparently,
My
Civil War wasn't so good.
my gripe with fucking the Aquaman movie is they try to make Aquaman look fucking like badass every chance they got. So he's always pulling off like superhero poses like every 20 seconds, and it pissed me the fuck off.
It's
'cause
a
I
Wonder
caught it
Woman
every
technique.
time. And then
Yo, Wonder Woman.
And then on
Wonder
top
Woman
of
is
that-
thick, though.
on top of that, it's so much worse with its catchphrase than fucking Spider-Man. With the great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, it reiterates to the movies, but like, dude, Aquaman, they say that shit like every 3 minutes.
Also, spoilers. Maybe. I don't know.
It's just a line.
I don't know.
And then there's I always point out
They don't actually say that in the movie.
I always point out the
Those
most
words that come out of nobody's mouth.
I always point out the most
Well, no, not
nitpickiest
those,
things. But somebody pointed out that in their attempt to make Aquaman look badass, they like severely like undermined his character, because in one of the trailers he throws a bottle of whiskey into the ocean, and he just polluted the ocean.
That's not in the movie.
But it was in a trailer or something.
But it's not in the movie.
I know, but
Canonical.
it's a funny thing. It's a funny thing.
But no, the thing that they say in the movie that pissed me off was like he's like, I'm a man of the land, a son of the sea, or some shit like that. I can't remember it.
Man
He's
of
like,
the land, son of the sea.
I am Aquaman, and they say that so many fucking times.
They
I haven't-
maybe
I
say
haven't
it
seen this
twice.
movie.
Not
Maybe
even,
twice.
dude.
Maybe twice.
Dude, fucking the fucking Green Goblin told him while he was training him as a kid.
Green Goblin.
I forgot the guy's name.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe says it when he's a fucking kid, and then Mira tells him when she first meets him, and then his mom tells him when they meet up, and then he says it again at the end of the
No,
movie.
no, okay,
hold on, wait,
no,
no. I gotta get this in real quick.
I'm a man of the sea.
These characters don't know that the other characters are telling him this. You know,
yeah, of
so
course.
yeah,
It's
you
not like a
can-
director can't
The-
decide that this is
yeah.
being
the-
repetitive.
First off,
Hey.
what they don't say that line, the man of the land, son of the sea. They don't say that. They iterate the fact that he is destined to bring the two worlds together.
So what they reiterate is with the great power
so
becomes,
Fishman-
comes great
Fishman-
They say that a couple times, but it's because they're driving home the point that he is so resistant to it, because he does not want to be king. He just wants to live his life. But he has no choice because Orm is declaring war on the surface world. # no spoilers.
Orm's actor though,
Orm's the best.
dude.
Villain.
Okay, dude,
I still
the
Orm is
one
a
thing-
I
great
still
villain.
haven't seen the movie, so
The-
I can't say much.
The one thing I absolutely
Okay,
love.
spoilers.
I don't care about spoilers. I don't mind.
Okay, I
The,
don't
the
care.
one thing
okay,
I
wait,
absolutely
wait,
love
wait,
about
wait,
Aquaman
wait. We're gonna have spoilers on this, so just fuck around and go at it.
is the fucking character design stayed true to the fucking comic books for once, dude.
He's saying this is a good thing. Yeah.
Yes, I fucking love it, dude. Because like you look at the Flash and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, the Flash was garbage.
Like, what the fuck was that? And then you look at Cyborg and you're like, oh no.
Oh no, that was bad.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
that was
Why,
unfortunate.
Why'd they have to do it?
That was
to him?
unfortunate.
Wonder Woman, like
Wonder Woman
obviously,
looks great.
dude. Obviously,
Wonder Woman looks great.
yeah. But my only gripe is like, obviously, dude. Gal Gadot's tits aren't that big.
Okay, who
It
cares?
doesn't matter.
Okay,
Why
who
would
cares?
they make the
That's
armor
not even
hot?
her costume. It's
She's
not
still
even her
hot.
costume. He pointed that out on like when she was wearing like a dress. Who cares?
But even when she's wearing the Wonder Woman suit, like the fucking like, dude, her tits are not that big.
dude, look,
That doesn't matter.
dude, I bet
It's
I bet,
wasted space.
Dude, I
But
bet-
no,
I bet-
that's like my tiny nitpick gripe about that. But fucking and then Batman, dude,
Oh no,
His
Bad,
fucking-
don't.
Which
His
his
which
fucking
Batman?
costume looks worse than George Clooney's.
Which
Here's the
Batman?
thing about Batman.
No, it doesn't.
Dude, wait a minute. Like most of
Yeah,
Batman's
fuck you.
costumes have been pretty spot on, like in every movie.
Ben Affleck's the greatest on-screen Batman we've ever.
Okay, well, no, wait a minute. Hold
Wait,
it.
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
wait a
okay,
second.
wait a minute.
Hold on, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on,
Ben
hold on.
Affleck's the best Batman.
Hold on,
Wait a
hold on,
minute.
hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Okay.
The Batfleck.
Again, I haven't actually seen the movie, so I can't speak. But
Michael
I've
Keaton
never
is a
heard
god.
anyone say that before.
Christian Bale for life.
But I will say this:
Michael Keaton's a god.
it's a observation that again someone else made because I haven't seen the movie. But they pointed out that Batman, that the trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy, also made this mistake: is that Batman's not supposed to be shown during the day. Because he's like a Phantom of the Night, right?
Yeah.
And he's
He's the
mysterious. He's mysterious, and then the suit looks good in the dark. When you put him in the day, he just looks like another stupid hero. Like
been-
you know, maybe the suit looks good,
I've
right?
had Batman in the daytime plenty of times.
But it you know, it just doesn't work. Like when he was in that Mad Max dream, and it's Batman, and he's wearing a scarf, and he's got these
fucking
goggles
that are broken, by the way.
He's got character building. It's just it's just not Batman.
But the warehouse scene, though.
Dude, that warehouse scene was fucking dope.
There you go,
now-
dude.
now,
But-
after all this,
DC
this-
did.
but-
Look,
Plus, with his costume, the costume looks great.
I think it looks great too.
I don't
It's-
know,
it's
man.
the co-
Because
it's
like
basic-
that's not like obviously they fucking padded the shit out of it.
But,
It's like-
but that's
it's
not
not Ben
important.
Affleck.
That's
It's
not-
because
of course it's not.
he's already older,
But no,
and
look,
it's like
it would
the
be
dark.
fine. It would be fine if it didn't look so obvious that it was padded. Like if they like found some way to like blend it or seam it, like just to make it look natural. I
But they-
fucking love that costume.
They didn't need to because it's supposed to be like that because it's kind of like the Dark Knight Returns. Like he's already older and he needs that padding. He needs that extra layer.
Yeah, Batman always has all kinds of extra.
That's
stuff
why he's
actually
fucking
protecting.
That's
him.
why he's bulletproof.
except for his
yeah,
mouth.
dude.
it's all Kevlar and
But like,
shit.
yeah, you look at fucking other superhero fucking costumes and shit from like movie adaptation, TV shows, and they almost never stay true to the comic book. But fucking Aquaman does it, dude, and I love it so much.
Really?
Ben
Yes,
Affleck's
dude,
is also
they
pretty accurate.
fucking it's just so fucking like
With the fucking like orange,
the most they-
orange,
the-
yellow, and the green thing.
yeah.
don't
The
know,
most
man.
they change, is you could just see more of the detail. Like
I'm gonna have to look at
Aquaman,
that because like even
Aquaman's fucking costume, green up top or orange up top, green on the bottom.
yeah, that's like the lamest
And
design
then
I've ever seen for any
shut your
hero.
fucking
Oh
ass.
my
Dude,
god!
shut your
Oh
fucking
my
ass.
god!
It looked pretty cool.
It's dope.
It
But
looked
look,
pretty
so,
cool.
so to
But-
say like it
but,
might
like-
look cool in the movie, I want to see it. But his
look-
original design with
Yeah,
Lame.
like his original design looked like he was just like wearing a t-shirt and tights, right?
all
But
the
they
old
make it-
superheroes look lame.
yeah,
But they look,
but
but
he
like,
looked especially lame.
No, they all
But-
look lame.
Are you talking fucking
Probably.
the undies Superman?
Probably. Well, no, not
The,
no,
un,
it's
the
like-
undies
That's what I'm
era.
saying. That's what I'm
The
saying.
undies era.
They all look dumb.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean
They're all super
No,
campy.
Batman
Oh my God,
still wears
Batman
undies on the outside of his
especially.
pants.
They're all campy.
But look,
Aquaman
dude,
especially.
what they changed in Aquaman in the movie, like they don't change it drastically. Like, oh look, he's wearing a full on fucking exosuit. They just make it look like his like actual like it's armor, like fucking scales and shit, and
Yeah.
they're just
Lots of
orange and
detail.
shiny, dude, and it looks so fucking
It's
good. And they do the same
dope.
thing with Orm, dude. And Orm's fucking
Orm.
Orm's fucking costume was chrome, and they got it, bro. They fucking
mask.
got it,
The
dude.
mask,
Dude,
so
the
good.
fucking mask, and he takes off the mask, dude, and it looks so fucking great.
Black
And-
Manta.
Yeah, I was about to say, and Black Manta, dude.
Oh my god.
I don't know
They
these
got
characters.
Black Manta.
I don't know either.
Right, dude.
This is just a reminder. If you think that Aquaman's a bad movie, this is just a reminder that these people who work on these movies, there's a whole team of them, and some people could be doing their job right, and some other people could be doing their job wrong. And just because you hear a movie is bad, don't rule out that they might have done something right.
Yeah.
Because
Because
whether
they
you think it is or
absolutely
not.
got the costumes right, and that's what I love about. That's the only thing I love about Aquaman.
That
Well, I'm
movie
gonna have to
was
check it out.
dope.
I'm gonna have to
If
check out
you
the
liked
costume.
it, man.
It's
I'll
like
tell
a
you
it's a
what,
it's a
it's
superhero movie, Indiana Jones and Star Wars all together.
Oh, that's-
If you liked it, that's great.
Well, yeah, I can see the Star Wars part. You haven't seen it, so
You know what you said? That's exactly the same thing you said on the last episode.
It is.
And then we ended the podcast.
Oh,
but
is this a?
no,
are you trying to say?
no.
Okay.
But yeah, I could see how, like, dude, if you're not a fucking hardcore Aquaman fan,
I'm not.
Yeah, go
Absolutely
fucking
not,
see
'cause he
it.
looked
Dude.
so gay.
You might like it. It's a fun action film.
It's so good.
But
See,
like,
I'll probably go watch it because like
but like, I'm a deep fan of Aquaman.
I've always
wasn't
liked
Aquaman
I
Aquaman.
like
love
blonde?
Aquaman. Yeah, he was.
Now he's not.
And there was
anymore.
one point where he had
Now
a
he's
beard
now
and a
he's
hook
cool.
hand,
He's not blonde. He's
and he
dirty
could call
blonde.
lightning, and he's bulletproof.
And he had a hook hand.
I said,
And
he
he's-
had a beard and hook hand.
And then he had a harpoon hand.
and he's
Oh
a
yeah, he had a harpoon hand.
and he's a
With
man
the
of
fucking chain and all.
he's a man of the land and a son of the sea. Don't forget that.
He's destined to bring the two together.
Exactly, because with great responsibility comes great power.
But
Uh,
have you seen Black Panther?
Yes.
I have.
Oh yeah,
Black
all right.
Panther?
Let's get back to that.
It's
I
like
haven't.
Because I fucking hate that movie.
you hate Black Panther.
I hate the fucking look of Black Panther. It looks so fucking cheap, dude.
It looks
so
pretty
fucking
good.
cheap.
What?
I absolutely hate the fact that it looks like they only had like $200 budget, and they filmed it in like.
They could have
like,
just given him like the
like-
cloth.
Yeah,
Like they
it-
did,
dude,
like
it
old
looked-
school style.
It looked like fucking painted cardboard in the back, like not literally, but like it just looked like fucking plywood painted.
Okay, now you
and
know
it
what,
just
I'll-
looked so
His
bad.
suit or like
Oh.
Wakanda?
Like the fucking just the whole fucking background of every scene just looks so bad. I fucking hated that.
I'm gonna go back and see that because I don't know about that.
Dude, it looks fucking cheap. Like, if you're not focusing on fucking Black Panther, which I wasn't, because the movie was boring for me. I was paying attention. I was, like, looking at everything. I was like, all right, where's fucking... I like to see continuity.
But it had K-Dot playing.
I don't
Exactly.
even know who the fuck that is.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar was
Who the
going
fuck is
hard.
that? No,
How do you?
I'm playing, chill. But no, yeah, dude, the movie just looks so fucking cheap. I mean, they had like a high quality camera on like a low budget film.
All
It just
Marvel
looks so
movies look
bad
like
to me.
shit, though.
Not all of them.
I'm just kidding. No, but
I've
there's
seen
this-
Infinity War.
There's this observation that someone made that
But-
all Marvel movies have this certain way that they color code the image afterwards, like in post, and it just makes everything look bland. It's just this certain way that they do it. It makes the
But-
colors look bland.
But what I think it was, the conclusion I came to myself was like maybe the reason why Black Panther looks so fucking bad is because they used some of that budget money for fucking Infinity War.
Yeah, don't forget they're working on like 10 movies at
Yeah.
a time.
So I think they just took pull from fucking Black Panther and put it into Infinity War.
Well, see, I think what the problem might have been was in scenes where you weren't supposed to be focusing on the background, they like dropped the CGI, like they just. put
It's just like an animation. Like you don't, if something's far away, then you don't put a lot of detail to it.
Yeah.
I'll
If
tell
it's
you
closer,
what.
then you
I'll
put
tell you
more
what
detail.
though. It looked like an episode of Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse.
Whoa.
Oh, I don't know if it was that bad. Fuck around.
No, but yeah, I didn't like Black Panther either.
Black Panther
It
was
was
dope.
fucking
Black Panther.
What
was
fucking
great.
movies do you like, you twat?
I've only seen Doctor. Wait till you talk to Jeffrey.
Reservoir Dogs.
Wait till you
not
talk
like
to
it?
Jeffrey.
Top 5 movies right
Jeffrey,
now.
no,
Top five
because
movies right now.
Top
Yeah,
5.
real quick.
Top 5 right now.
All right.
30 seconds. On the clock starts now.
Inglorious Bastards, because the end scene they just like legit shoot the fuck. They spend like 3 whole clips in fucking Hitler's face, and then the fucking theater explodes.
Yeah.
So that's overkill. And then the Jewberry.
you could just say Quentin Tarantino, and there's your top 5.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino. Those are my top 5.
There you
Fucking
go.
Kill Bill Volume 2. No, Kill Bill Volume 1, because Oshi Ren's fucking anime scene story backstory. That's fucking amazing. And then the whole film, bro. Fucking Reservoir Dogs. Quentin Tarantino films in it.
I think 30 seconds is up.
Well, I don't give a fuck.
It's
I'm not
Quentin
done.
Tarantino's your top 5. There you go.
Nice.
And then A Bronx Tale or Story. I don't know.
It's a Bronx Tale.
A Bronx Tale.
What about
Really?
Bronx Tales?
I like
really
the
good.
one. I like the one with what's that? The one with the racism. It was in the South. Slavery.
Django.
Django. There you go.
Django
And
Unchained.
then-
I like
That
that
was a
one.
really good one.
And
I
then-
love anything that's like it's like what do you call them? It's all Quentin Tarantino does, like revenge, like
Oh, yeah,
fantasies
yeah.
on all like terrible shit like that.
What's your 5th one?
Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse.
Final answer?
Quentin Tarantino.
I'll change out Inglorious Bastards for The Hateful Eight.
Final answer?
Yes.
Nice. Rick, go.
Top 5 best movies.
Nemo.
Nemo's a good movie, though. That's a solid film.
All right, and then
Are you keeping that? Is that for real?
the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight.
That was in mine, too.
How do you go from Nemo to the Dark Knight?
You're going to jail, Scarecrow. Well, guess who's gonna visit me, Batman? My parents.
Oh my god.
Parents.
Finding Dory was
Life is
solid.
Wonderful. Did I show that to you?
Dude, I forgot
Life is
about that
Wonderful.
movie.
Oh, no,
Oh my
dude.
god. Life is wonderful. Is wonderful.
Rest in peace. What's another movie that I don't remember them. I've watched so many
Schindler's
movies though.
List was fucking
Yeah,
good.
Schindler's List is good, but I'm trying to think of other ones.
Oh, what about
Erased.
the one with
I'm not counting animes, by the way.
Fuck, what's his name?
I can't do 30 seconds because I actually struggle with remembering what
Oh,
movies I've seen.
we're not doing 30 seconds.
The 30 seconds was non-canonical.
I'm trying to remember what. I'm trying to remember what my top 5 was.
I've seen so many. Oh, No Country for Old Men.
Ooh, that's
there
a
you
good
go.
one.
Solid
That's
as
a good
fuck,
one.
dude. Easy 9 out of 10.
So that's 4 right now.
I was gonna say the one with I can't even. I still can't remember his name.
I could easily
Describe
fill
it.
it up with Pixar movies, but you know,
Samuel L.
I'm not
Jackson.
gonna do that.
Samuel Jackson.
His like really famous one. It's
Pulp
old.
Fiction?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
That's
yeah,
Quentin
Pulp Fiction.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
That's an amazing.
He was also in
Dude, I'm telling
he
you-
was also in Django.
Quentin Tarantino and Guillermo del Toro are fucking gods.
Mhm.
Right next to Spike Lee.
What's another movie that I've said that I've liked a lot? I've
Stop
talked about
Universe.
usually when I see something good, I'm like, hey friends, you should watch this with me, and we'd watch it in my living room when I still lived here.
Hey. Remember that? Went through a lot of movies.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've been through, and I always pick the best. I always do like, is this movie like really good?
Yeah.
So
Home Alone.
I've been
3.
meaning to watch Citizen Kane for the longest time, and I've heard that was a good movie. So who knows?
I heard
Oh,
it's good, but I heard
A
that.
Streetcar Named Desire.
I have no idea what the
Never
fuck.
heard
It's
of
a
it.
really it's from like the 40s or 50s. It was still black and white, and it has the guy from Godfather, Marlon Brando.
Mm.
It has young Marlon Brando, and then the rest of the people I don't know. But that movie fucked me up.
Oh jeez.
It fucked me up. I was
damn,
because
dude.
my mom was watching it because she watches TCM, and I was in there. I was like, oh, this looks interesting, or I think I was just bored. I just happened to go in there and decide to watch this movie.
It was fate.
Oh, it was because it had young Marlon Brando. It was fucking cool.
Understand.
Dude was swole, dude. He was built like
Mhm.
Jotaro.
Bro.
Oh,
I
shit,
swear.
dude. Damn.
Anyway,
Feel
I
like
was not
Jesus?
expecting. I was not expecting to get that mind fucked by a fucking TCM movie.
What is TCM? What is a TCM movie?
TCM is a fucking
Turner
channel.
Turner Classic Movies. They just show old stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of TCM movies, there's a To Kill a Mockingbird. That's a good
Oh,
one.
That's cool.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
I've honestly never read the book, never seen the movie.
But I don't think I'll put it on the list. So my list is Nemo,
Nice.
The Dark Knight,
Nice.
Nemo the Dark Knight.
Oh man, what a turn. Nemo.
He's finding his father.
Oh man.
I Will Find My Father.
I am Nemo.
Nemo, Dark Knight. What else did I say?
Where's the fin?
Life is Wonderful. You should watch Life is Wonderful.
Yeah, dude.
It ruined us.
So
You
good.
have you? Did I not show it to you?
You
Life
showed-
is
I
Wonderful.
showed- I
It's
think
it's
you
in the
showed
vein.
me-
It's from.
I think you showed me.
I don't want to spoil it. Remember, there was like that moment of like, oh, this is
I
happening.
don't mind
Yeah.
spoilers.
But I want you to experience it the way that we experienced
Dude,
it.
I went in blind and
I went in blind
I
too.
fucking love it, dude.
I like
He didn't tell me
semi-blind.
shit. I
It's
was
called
like,
Life
alright.
is Wonderful.
Yeah.
It's called Life is Wonderful.
Is it on Netflix though?
I don't know.
No, you probably have to look it up.
We'll probably
honestly.
maybe we should check it out like next week.
You will not regret it.
One of you look it up. Jesse, you look it up so that way he doesn't have to see a summary of it or something because that'll ruin it.
Well, I want to see it.
I know, but huh?
I want to see it.
Yeah,
No, he meant like look it up.
look
on
it up,
film.
look it up, and then
I said
he
I
could
wanna see it.
he could see the surprise. One of you has to take the bait.
Listen here. Listen here, you fuck.
All right.
But okay, so it's Nemo, The Dark
Dark
Knight,
Knight.
Life is
Nemo the-
Wonderful, No Country for Old Men, and then what was my last one?
The Card Named Desire.
A Car Named Desire.
Streetcar
A Streetcar Named Desire.
So,
I think that's a
I wanna
pretty
watch
solid
that.
top
I want to
five.
watch that one.
I think that's a pretty solid-
1997
so
film.
not, so not Herbie.
19. Yeah. Does it say it's an Italian movie?
I'd fucking drop kick
Yes.
Herbie, bro.
All right, yeah.
In
That's
the
one.
headlights.
I don't know why I thought you said I'd fuck Herbie. I was like, oh man, what is this? What kind
Lindsay
of cars?
Lohan back in the day, though.
Stop it.
Pre-drug.
Pre 2000, whatever.
Like fucking pre-1990.
Pre-
She's been on drugs forever, bro.
pre.
Pre.
That's it.
top 5. I'm
You
trying to
didn't-
remember
you didn't
what
say
it was.
It's your turn, Jesse. Shit.
Mine was
Hold up, we're going.
greatest movie ever made, The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about Star Wars.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight,
Nice.
Infinity War.
Good.
I'm trying to remember what my other ones were.
It was Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Look, I'm just a big Doctor Strange fanboy, so if it has Doctor Strange in it, that's all I care about.
I can't remember what my other ones were.
Dude, Spider-Man Far From Home though. While we give Jake some time.
I'm
Dude,
super excited for it.
Mysterio
Oh, yeah.
looks fucking great.
Yes.
I don't
He
know
looks
anything about this
damn
movie,
Jake
amazing.
Gyllenhaal.
but I know I love
Yeah,
the first
him too.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Him playing Mysterio, and Mysterio looks fucking great, dude. And it's the Spider-Man I like the second best. Because Tobey Maguire dancing
There you
down the
go.
street in a black suit is
There you-
amazing.
There you go.
Okay, hold on.
Fuck out of my face.
Do you actually like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man the most?
Just because he's dancing down the street in a black suit. That's like the best scene.
I like the newest one.
but
Pizza
like-
time!
Pizza time.
Pizza time.
It's because the memes that spawn from it, man.
Penis Parker. They actually use that in the new movies.
Oh yeah.
Somebody called him that.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what the fuck? That's from the internet.
But
It's
nah,
fucking funny.
if I was like serious about it, the kid with the frog in his mouth, it would be my favorite.
Froggy?
The newer Spider-Man, Far From Home, Homecoming.
Holland.
Yeah, Holland. Tom Holland. Because there was a fucking meme online saying
just
that
the way
he
his
looks
mouth
like
looks.
his mouth looks like he has a frog in his mouth.
Oh.
at all
Because
times.
he's trying really hard to keep it closed.
Yeah. But it'd be him first.
Dude, he was a great Spider-Man.
Toby
hands
Keith.
down.
Toby Keith second, because who the fuck is that scrawny ass British kid? Dude.
Oh, Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Who?
Those movies were garbage.
Get that kid out of here.
Those movies were ass.
That was,
Spi-
retcon that.
Spider-Man.
Now.
Spider-Man 2 though with Tobey Maguire is like one of the greatest comic book movies ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, but Homecoming is so good. That would be a contender for my top 5. I forgot all about that. I remember when I was watching that, like it made me laugh like so many times. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Wait,
wow,
wait a minute.
something just made me laugh like that much.
Did you lock it in for Rick?
Lock it in, dude. I'm not changing it.
Damn. It's locked in.
But not only did they okay, so we've already had 2 Spider-Man, 1, 2. You know, we've seen his backstory
Wait, yeah. So how
1,000
many
times.
How many live action Spider-Mans are there? There's only
3.
2, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now.
But franchises,
No, I meant like,
franchises,
I meant like people.
franchises.
3.
Yeah. Okay. But
So, yeah.
but not only
I
did
mean, you mean 2?
Well,
Tobey Maguire
Oh,
and
yeah.
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Homecoming was so good because they didn't take Spider-Man seriously, which was different from the last 2.
Yeah.
And then like they just did it right. It wasn't forced. Like I had a good time watching that movie. And then they also took it from a different angle. He's like a younger kid. They treat him like he's a young kid,
Like
and he
he's-
acts like a young kid.
Mhm.
And then they still, of course, they do the whole with great power comes great responsibility without saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that
I
was
thought that
fucking-
was impressive. When I noticed that they were doing that, I was like,
Damn.
nice.
Plus Keaton was amazing.
Dude, I'm telling you, Michael
man.
Keaton's a god.
The Vulture. I never thought they would make the Vulture that badass.
Yeah, dude, honestly.
dude, that scene where they were in the car going to prom.
Oh, that was so
Dude,
good. That was
such
so
an
good.
dude, that was
I will
such an
kill
intense
you.
scene just
Oh
from the
my
inside
God.
of a car.
Oh my
Bro,
god.
man, I was,
That's
That's
so
all they
much
were. They
happened,
weren't even
dude.
fighting.
They were-
It was better than the fight itself.
Hell
Yeah, dude, and it was inside of a car. It was inside of a car.
Bro,
Such
I-
a small.
Oh,
confined
spoilers.
space. Oh, well, we said that a long ass time ago, so
Well,
don't be a bitch
I
about
mean,
it.
it's been out for like a year, 2,
Spoilers, you're a bitch.
3 years.
That was such a good reveal because I was about to say that was such a good reveal when he opened the door to her
Yes.
girlfriend's fucking
Yes.
dad. It was
Yes.
him, dude.
He
that was,
was
so
great.
good.
nervous and everything.
He was
Oh
like,
my
"Oh fuck, I know
goodness.
exactly who this is."
But then also at the end where he resolves to keep the secret and he doesn't tell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gwen
that's great.
or whoever. she
Again,
is.
with great power comes great responsibility. That was so good, dude. Show don't tell. The other thing that I was gonna say is that they didn't do the old Uncle Ben thing again.
Yes.
They
Yes.
didn't go through that
I'm
again.
tired of fucking nasty ass sob faces.
There was also these like really cool like little nuances because you know Peter Parker is like a little New York kid.
Penis Parker.
Penis Parker's like this little
Pizza
New
time.
York kid. You know, it's pizza time. You know,
The pizza is aggressive.
the pizza's very aggressive. So you know they have these little like New York sayings. Like when he was talking about getting a sandwich or something, it was like a New York saying.
Yeah.
he has like this kind of Brooklyn accent.
Oh yeah, it's
Little
cool.
bit,
Ah,
so-
he's from
They did
Queens.
they did
Yeah, they, like,
research.
or whatever.
What
He's
they
from
did was
Queens.
Look,
they
bitch.
cemented him into his surroundings.
They
Yeah.
did
Like-
research.
Yeah,
So like these little cool like little nuances.
That's
Yeah,
world
you-
building or something like that.
yeah.
World building. One Piece.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What?
One Piece.
D&D world building.
Oh, One Piece.
But still, I thought it was so
One,
cool how
One
they.
Piece D&D campaign.
Oh shit.
Oh, dude,
Dude.
I could make it happen.
The Naruto one.
I
I've,
will
I've,
straight fucking
I've
make it
tried
happen, dude.
thinking one up a few times.
I will help you.
I'd
And-
love to do that.
and
I've never
I-
played D&D though.
That'd be a lot of work.
Yeah, it would be a lot of work, dude. We'd
You have to
basically
appropriate all
come
the
up with, like-
spells to like something that would work in the world of One
Yeah.
Piece.
Well,
We'd have to make that between three of us.
oh yeah.
Dude,
with our combined knowledge.
I will be Sabo.
No, you make your own character.
No, I will make Sabo.
You make your own
I
character.
want to be Yasop.
Yeah, his name will be named Sabo.
You know nothing about Yasuo other than what he looks like. Anything.
No, but seriously, dude, I don't know. I'd probably make myself along like there would have to be classes, you know, like sword fighter, like fucking Zoro, and then it'd have to be like subclasses, like 3-sword style, or you could be a fishman and go with 6 swords, you know, or you could just
Living
have like,
tribunal.
or you
Living
could have the
tri-
living tribunal.
Whoa.
Okay, well look, here's the deal. There's
I would
One
be
Piece
fucking.
is so expansive. It's hard to even limit just the classes too.
You know what? Hold on. You know what?
You'd have to be swords,
We could do it ourselves, but there's probably one already made.
probably.
More than likely.
I've looked it up. It's not as good as we could make it.
No.
Or how about you take
Or
the
we
you
could
take
take
the
that
base
and-
that they started and then make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. That's what they basically. There's like been iterations of D&D.
We're like the
And
biggest fucking One Piece
5e
nerds here.
Like 5e is the 5th edition. The latest one is just fucking streamlined. Like it gets rid of a lot of fucking janky ass rules. Like back then, people would have polymorph, which you could like change like anything into anything, and then like there was another one where you summon like 100 pixies or some shit. So they would summon 100 pixies and then polymorph every single one of them into fucking T-Rexes in the middle of a fight,
Nice.
and then
That's
just
amazing.
murder everything. And a T-Rex has a hit point count of 235 at
Oh,
base
there you
level,
go.
dude.
There you
That's
go.
perfect.
Put that chapter 1 boss right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, here's.
But like what I'm saying is like 5e made to make that happen in 5e, you have to like fucking multi-class into like 6 different classes just to have that happen.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Dude, I want.
So
I
it's
just,
like it's more balanced. And it's Smash Ultimate.
I just get excited thinking about a D&D campaign where someone actually thinks out the story so much that there's branching. Like
Yeah.
when you make a decision, like so it made me think of One Piece because like you decide to go to this island or this island, and you'd have a story worked out for everything that they did.
Mhm.
Watch Critical Role.
I will. I need to. I need
This
to.
is a fucking plug. Watch Critical Role, man. It's so fucking
Critical
amazing.
critical role.
And
Shout
I
out,
will-
shout out, plus one raw ass.
Nice. But I'll tell you, dude, it's Critical Role is so good though because everybody on there is a voice actor, and I looked up their roles, dude.
stacked.
Everybody, literally everybody on that cast, except for like 2 people, have been in Naruto Shippuden,
Nice.
Whoa.
English dub though.
Stacked. Well, of
But
course
like,
they don't speak
and
Japanese.
then and then all of them have been in fucking video games, and then guess who the DM voice acts?
Oh, well, I don't know who your voice acts, but
Roy fucking Mustang
Who's that?
Really?
from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh shit.
The fucking goat.
That's a big
and
one.
he also voice acts McCree from Overwatch.
see, I thought,
Oh.
I thought you were gonna go
Yeah,
like
dude.
a huge big boy. Like
Wow,
Orochimaru
that's a big
or
one
someone.
too.
Yeah, it is, dude.
Damn.
They're big names, dude. They're
Damn.
really big names. And
Oh, yeah, if
one
they're
of
so big, how come I don't know 'em, huh?
have you
Yeah,
looked
how
into
about
these?
that
Have
one,
you
huh?
looked into these
You
names?
see, you
No.
see. Now
Have
listen.
you looked into these fucking
No.
animes,
listen.
dubs? Yeah,
No.
then shut your fucking plus one raw ass.
You don't know shit. You don't know shit.
Now listen here. I'm about to go on a mini rant. You see, in Japan, they value their voice actors. You know who this person is. In America, you don't know who the fuck anybody is because nobody
It's
gives a
sad,
fuck
dude.
about them.
It's sad, but all right. One of my favorite fucking people on that show, Travis Willingham. Shout out, Travis Willingblam.
What is
Or
what character does he
Willingblam.
play?
He played Grog. If you're on the first campaign,
Yeah.
dude, he's the fucking dude.
He's cool.
All right, real
I
quick.
like his voice.
Grog is so fucking good. Like everybody plays off Grog so well, and everybody has so much synergy with Grog because Travis Willingham is such a good player. If no one said they said anything out loud, he has no idea what is going on. Like, he's true to D&D, like, and it's amazing. But Travis Willingham, guess who he's voice acted?
Who's that?
Fucking Thor. In every reiteration of fucking Thor, he's voice acted Wolverine
Really?
and the Hulk.
Whoa.
He's a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then even then he's in like y'all may not know it, but I know it because my niece, she absolutely loves this movie, like this cartoon called Sophia the First. And apparently it's
I do know
fucking
that.
huge with the children.
I do know that actually.
He's a fucking character in there, dude. He's like the main bad guy or the main good guy. I don't know. I just seen the name, but like he's in there, and that's like a really big show. Like it's fucking crazy. And then
They're playing D&D. That's
Yeah.
great.
yeah, dude, like everybody's playing D&D, and like it's so good because they're voice actors, so they're not talking regularly.
Mhm.
They get into it,
And they know how to do it.
And they do-
become,
dude.
so-
They legit cry on the show when they're having like one-on-one heart-to-hearts, dude. They fucking cry.
Dude, how can
It's-
you be
it's-
so
it's
good?
amazing, dude.
How can you be so good at your job?
Right?
That's crazy.
Dude.
So, another thing you probably know, but like once you start doing a campaign of D&D and you get into your character is like doing the story. The thing is, you're not you, the player. You're the character.
Right.
Yeah.
See,
So-
It's a role play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what
it's a
they
huge
do,
role
so
play.
what they do is they'll never be like, even Matt Mercer, the fucking DM, he'll never be like, all right, Travis, what are you doing? He's like, all right, Grog, what's going on?
because
and
you're
then,
no
like-
longer the.
Yeah, you're no longer Travis, you're Grog. And then Travis will be like, in
Grog.
yeah, in
Well,
Grog's
Grog
voice,
wants to.
he's like, Grog would like to rage. Like, dude, like they envelop everything because like that's their job. They're voice actors. They have to invest in their characters, and they do, and it just makes it so much better. And then the fact that all of them, like before it even started, they're all like they're fucking deep friends, dude. They have these bonds they created between each other. So when like they play, they carry that bond over.
Their
but,
friendship level is high.
yeah, their affinity for each other is
S rank.
immaculate.
S rank.
No homo.
They're all
For
married.
them.
They're all married. But dude, it's so fucking good, dude. I can't stress this enough. Critical Role, and dude, they just recently on their second campaign, like,
They have a second one?
like yeah, they have a second one. You could watch it, dude. It
No,
has
I
nothing
was
to do.
I was like halfway through the first
But
one.
yeah, dude, it takes place in the same universe, so like potentially they could cross streams.
Oh, nice.
But what they did was every time they rolled a nat 1, they donate $100 to like fucking a charity for
Oh, that's cool.
for children with like cancer and shit.
That's so cool.
For rolling a 1.
Yeah, it like and then, like it was so funny because like fucking Scanlan, he's like, I feel so conflicted. They're like, why? And he's like, well, we made $100, but it's a nat 1. And they're like, like do we feel good about it or do we feel bad because it's a nat 1?
Yeah.
I
All
get
right.
it. I get it. It's because you know, those poor kids, they rolled a net 1.
No.
Oh, dude, you did
Savage.
not have to go there.
Savage. Savage.
Bro, bro.
Dude.
No, I didn't say
All right,
that.
that's
Who
good-
said
that's
that?
Good. That's a good place to end it right there.
No,
That's-
you should. Oh, you
All
know,
right, peace out.
it's a podcast too, right?
Yeah, it's a
turned
podcast.
it into podcast form.
Yeah, every episode is a podcast.
and it's also a video. You can watch it.
Yeah, I watch it on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, they
it's
have
on there.
every episode
Is
uploaded
it
to YouTube.
on Spotify?
The podcast, maybe, I don't know.
All right, I'll check it out. I'll definitely watch it on YouTube anyway.
But and then what was so great is they raised like $1,500 because
God,
like
they rolled 15 that one.
in a month,
Oh.
in a whole
Okay.
month.
Okay. Jeez,
The money makers.
That must have been a
Still.
session.
The moneymakers.
And then, dude, there was a thing. Scanlan was doing some other for like L.A. I don't know. It's a fucking charity out in L.A. for like kids with like fucking cancer and shit. And just Scanlan's guy, just fucking his name is I forgot his name.
Well, he was the bard, wasn't he?
Yeah, the bar just fucking swole. He did a thing with that place, and what it was if they reached like certain marks, in funding, like certain things would happen. So if they raised like $5,000, Scanlan would make his own one-shot campaign and DM it for everybody else.
Oh.
like for the rest of the cast, including Matt Mercer.
Oh, cool.
And then he's like, dude, when we first set that bar, we thought it was gonna be so hard to make, but we made that easily. Dude,
That's
they
cool.
had to come up with 2 other tiers, and they completed both of them. So now those kids have like 2 straight weeks of a camp that they can go to, like basically like what is it, summer camp?
Uh-huh.
But like they learn just it's just for fun. It's not like anything practical because you know these kids are like
Are they're
on their,
terminal,
on their last drink.
They may die.
Oh, it's, well,
But
that's,
yeah, dude,
that's really cool.
And like to reach that number, it was like $15,000.
$15,000.
$15,000 to reach that mark.
That's amazing.
And the community of Critical Role made it happen.
That's amazing.
Very good.
Very good. Jake, let's become voice actors.
Dude, I want to become a voice actor too.
That's a bet.
My character from now on is just gonna be every time I get a gig for fucking voice acting, I'm just gonna start off number 15.
How do you even become a voice actor?
I
Become a
gotta,
voice
I gotta get in
actor,
my
huh?
character.
See, the thing is, I already got a one up on you guys.
Alright, so you think you can be a
A
voice actor?
+1 raw ass.
Oh my god, what's happening right now?
These are that's my D&D
So you
character.
think you can be a voice actor, huh?
You like some little fucking.
The only thing I can do in voice actor though is probably accents. That's like one of the best things I'm good at. So, but yeah, Critical Role, check it out.
Voice
please. I
actors
cannot stress
and actually doing like a D&D campaign.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say the next time I get to play D&D, the thing about me is I always want to be the good guy. But like, you know, that's the whole
Shout
point is
out.
to role play.
it. Shout out,
So next time I'm gonna try being like, you know, something else.
shout out Rick's first character, Cleric, who literally walked into a fucking cave of goblins, saw a monk, an half-orc monk throwing goblins around, and just sat against the wall watching him.
That wasn't during ours, was it?
No,
it was me and Brandon.
and Jeffrey. Rick, okay, so Brandon infiltrated this fucking cave, grabbed fucking goblins by the head.
Say Brandon.
Brandon
Oh my god.
missed a lot.
Oh my
Missed
god.
a lot, but he
B
was
minus.
literally embodied
True
his
to his name.
and then fucking missed all of them. And then Rick's character, Cleric, just so happened to stumble upon this cave, walked in, saw what was going on, and without telling, like, embodying the D&D spirit, without telling him that he's a friend, but trying to show it, Rick's character walks slightly to the left and just sits down against the wall.
Oh, I remember hearing about this.
Brandon sees this happen, and Audie also embodies the spirit of D&D, grabs a fucking goblin and tosses it at Rick. However, B minus misses. So the goblin hit just above Rick, fell to the floor, and then Rick tried to finish off the goblin, but missed.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll have you know, the goblin was prone on the floor, and when Rick attacked, he had advantage. So he rolled 2d20 and took the higher number, but
Yes.
still missed.
Oh my gosh, Rick. It's not.
I
you're gonna be
fucking,
dead.
I fucking loved that fucking campaign, and it was just so short because
It was just me and Brandon.
and Jeffrey.
No.
Y'all went into the final room, and Jeffrey was locked up in a fucking wooden cage.
What a
Yeah.
rat.
Yeah.
Typical. Well, okay, yeah. Let's. I agree. Doing a D&D campaign would be cool and all, but there's no time for it.
I mean, we
Yeah, and
could-
I'm leaving.
Us, like,
Yeah.
Rick's gonna be leaving.
Well,
and-
honestly, dude, I could probably be down here every weekend. He
I
came to
cannot.
scoop me. He could take me. I'll have the money every Thursday. So like I could be here every weekend from here on
I don't know,
we have to talk to him about that. Yeah, we have to talk to him about that.
That's a
drive to
We are doing
Twice.
a Smash tournament February 9th. We're going to that.
We're going to
Oh,
a
you're
Smash
going?
tournament.
I really want to go to that.
Jesse wants to go to a Smash
I
tournament.
really
I want to
wanna-
go to. I've always wanted to go to. I want to go to all Smash tournaments, but
For some reason,
It's
I'm
up to-
really I'm more into Smash Ultimate than I was into Smash 4, and I was already pretty
'Cause
into
it's a
Smash
better
4,
game.
but Smash Ultimate, I'm really for it. And I love that. Like
I
that. Even
honestly
that little
thought-
tournament we had was amazing.
I honestly thought Smash Ultimate was like slower and jankier than Smash 4. But
yeah, I don't know why.
because I don't know. I like
It's literally faster in like almost every way.
yeah, but like what Rick said was it's probably because I haven't played Smash 4 in forever. So I was just like, this don't feel like it used to.
Like I know Marth was slow as shit in Smash 4, and now they made him faster. So.
But I do hate the buffering though.
That's been in Smash 4. That's just Sakurai doesn't know how to make a game.
Because like
That's why Melee's better.
trying to grab and then immediately run, but like just stay still and then just grab again in the same spot.
It's a thing in like normal fighters like Street Fighter. They have buffering, but it's good in that game and it's responsive and it only happens when you want it to happen. And then in Smash, it just sort of nobody like hardly ever buffers because they want it to. It just happens because the game has poor controls.
Would you be down to go to that though? It's Saturday.
If y'all do go,
It would depend on what time, I guess.
It's at night. I think it starts at 8.
It's always at night.
Where at?
It's in Houston, Spring, Texas.
well, shit.
Yeah, Texas. It's not gonna be in fucking the next state.
I will say I could house you if y'all need a place to stay.
But
But
make arrangements for your dog.
Yeah.
Or be back really early. Yeah, that's like
yeah. But if y'all
2-3 weeks
if y'all
later.
do go,
I think this is a good time to end the podcast.
yeah.
we're,
with our
we're just
plans.
we're just making. Is it over?
No.
Well, I mean,
We're just making plans
Yeah,
with,
alright,
with
yeah.
each other.
Yeah, let's end this bad boy out.
All right.
Shout out Plus One Raw Ass.
Raw ass.
Plus
shout
one,
out plus one raw ass.
Shout out +1 ass raw.
All right, there's this guy that I want to shout out, and his name is +1 Raw Ass.
Oh, dude, I know that guy. He's so fucking chill.
Bro,
Dude,
That dude's the
Dude,
chillest.
I met him. He was a dick.
Maybe it's just your character.
I met him and I gave him the dick.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
that's
Wait, that
ba-
sounds.
That's
you know
pretty
that's
gay.
what happens. Though.
Bye,
That's what
everybody.
That's pretty gay, dude.
We're out.
Please watch Critical Role.
Hello.
Please.